Hi guys. Can you guys hear me okay? Just a sound check real quick. Can you see if you can you hear me at all? Let's see. Yes, okay, I see that you can. Okay, yes. Yay! Hi guys. How's your days going so far? Let's do a quick roll call to see who's here. Okay, now, um, Lance, you're the first one here, and this was from like 2 or 3 days ago. You left the first message. And I do know after a few days or so, the messages disappear, but you were also the first one today as well. So thank you so much, Lance. You're awesome. You're just a fantastic human being. I appreciate you so very much. You have been with me on every single stream, helping me to get things in line, being my moderator and everything. And I have a special message for you, or a special gift for you. Let me find it. Here we go. Isn't that a fun one? I made that today because I thought there should be some way that for me to thank you for helping me, and all the mods. Thank you so very much. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. And I don't get to always see it. And I see here that Keith E is my second one here. Let's see. Yeah, Keith E is my second one here. Um, and he asked Lance if he was still if he was feeling any better from the last time, because I think the last time you got sick, but you came back. So he said um, that he was feeling a lot better. So we're very happy that you're feeling better. Um, okay, let's see who else is here. We've got Adam is in the house. So cool to see you again, Adam. Let's see. Oh, the unapologetic geek. I just went to your channel to check out some more of your stuff. Had bumped into your channel a while back, and there's some good juicy stuff that I'm making my way through. So guys, if you want a cool channel to investigate, definitely check out the unapologetic geek. It's definitely good content over there. Keep doing such a great job. Yeah. Oh, look, Stephen Ransom is here. Hey, Stephen Ransom. Definitely saw you in the chat the other night over at Clawby's channel. So good to see you again. Let's see. And of course, my friend Puff Comics is here. Has a fantastic channel. Let's see. Tom Limery is here. Who else? Who else? Oh, Adam says a very funny comment here. He says, action stars of yesteryear are still here. They're just 40 years older. Yes. When I was putting together my list, I discovered so many people are still action stars today, actually, which is really cool. Oh, actually, let me do one thing I forgot to do. There are so many things that goes into doing these live streams, and I forgot to set up a live um a light source for myself, so that way you can see me a lot better. Okay, so there we go. I'm also supposed to do some other things. This time I have like a little notepad to give me a little help to make sure that I don't forget some things, because last couple of times, I've forgotten to do a lot of technical things behind the scenes. And yeah, I'm gonna make sure to do it this time. Let's see. Any other? Oh, we have Prince Everlove in the house. Hello, you dashing guy. Clint Eastwood, Arnold are some of the best in retro. Yes, they're fantastic. They're on the list. Yeah, they're on my list. We got some thumbs up here. Yeah, everybody's telling me that the sound is great. Retro lives. Uh, oh, and Unicorn Rampant Studios is here and says, "I can hear you." Good. I'm sorry I have to keep asking that, but I just want to do make sure that you guys can hear me because I've been getting it wrong a couple of times, and I'm a perfectionist in a weird way. So yes. Oh, Prince Everlove, it is an honor to meet you as well. You are quite charming. Oh, Peep Show Menagerie is here, guys. Great channel. Great for guys. As a girl, I love the channel too. So great for guys and girls. Check out their channel. It's really good. Um, and just some more people saying hello to each other in the chat. Unicorn Rampant Studio says, "Been walking dogs all day. It's been wonderful. And now we're going to sit down and get some snacks and listen in." Yes. Okay. You're awesome. Okay, yes, we're listening and also chime in because I want to get you everyone's point of view and uh, throughout this entire thing because I put together something really exciting that I'm going to try for the first time. But not all heroes wear capes, and they don't. I think one of the most important attribute of a hero is someone who is kind to others. That to me is very heroic. And call me a romantic, but it's a simple act of the simple act of kindness can be quite heroic and chivalrous and charming. So, oh, Danny's here. I just realized a few days ago I was saying your name wrong. I said Stanton. Where did I get the N from? It's Staten. And yes, you're awesome. Thank you. Greetings from South Carolina and greetings from North Dakota, which is where I live. Uh, Puff Comic says, "I did a movie talk live stream today, talking Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai." Oh, yes. Okay, so that's a, anybody who, if you've seen this movie, which I haven't seen that movie, I'm probably gonna watch the talk just because I just love hearing, what people have to say about movies and also how to deconstruct movies. I'm still learning. I'm not an expert at reviewing movies and definitely talking about them off the cuff. I'm much better at writing about the movies than I am about speaking about them. But I'm working on it because it's very important to, I don't want to keep taking months and months to make reviews. I really want to get faster at it. So I'm actually learning from other movie review channels. And yeah, I'm definitely going to take a look at your analysis of that movie. And also maybe I'll be inspired to watch it. Um, it's definitely something a lot of people uh, are are into. I've heard a lot of people say really good things about that movie. The unapologetic geek says, "Oh, thanks, you're so sweet." Well, um, that's it's the truth. So, thank you, for saying that. I'm sweet, but definitely it's true. Let's see. Oh, Lance says my fave is Action Jackson. Okay, so we're gonna refer to it. It's in the story. And Action Jackson, I've never fully sat down and watched the entire movie, or at least it's been a long time. So I see you guys already have names that you're throwing out. Kurt Russell, Roddy Piper. Oh, I don't have Roddy in there. Um, because I don't think he only did like one or maybe did he do more than one movie? I only recall him in one movie. Demolition Man. We got Elena Staten, pronounced Staten. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay, Satan. Okay, My my pronunciation on everything is so weird, but yeah. But everybody gets it wrong. They just call me Daily Dan. Okay, well we'll do that. We'll call you Daily Dan or Danny or whichever one. But I will try to say the name right. State. mm, all right. And so, oh, and Flaccid Phoenix is here. Thank you for joining me today. It was so nice hanging out with you for the stream the other night. So, you're, thank you. You're awesome. We got Rambo in the house. We see who else? Red Scorpion. I don't remember that movie. Okay, tell me who's in Red Scorpion, Lance. Um, and your unapologetic geek says your content is always improving, RNG, and it's great. Thank you. Thank you. I am trying to improve every day. Um, and we've got a link in the chat for, as in Daily Dan, Dan's good stuff, shameless, shameless self promotion. Yes, he has a great channel, so check it out. Um, oh, Darth Plato is here. Hail chat. Hey, Retro. So good to see you in here. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Yes. Oh, Venkata is here. Hi, Venkata. Wow. Thank you for visiting me today. My goodness. So many cool friends are here. I'm so excited. Thrash Pondo Pons is here in the house. Okay, we're getting it together. We're gonna have a lot. Okay. So listen, it Danny says Roddy Piper is in many movies. My favorite is Hell Comes to Frogtown. I've never seen that movie. Okay, I'm gonna put that on my list. Um, well, you know what? I'm gonna rewatch the entire stream, and I will definitely put that on my list then, because I need to see that. And Lance says Showdown in Little Tokyo. Okay, I don't know that one. Is wow, I don't. There's a lot here that I don't know. All right, before we get into it, I didn't realize we were gonna get into all of the show information just yet, but first I wanted to have this banner here so that way anyone visiting us can know what we're talking about. This is what I was supposed to be doing on my other streams, and I kept forgetting. So we have that. I also wanted to do a quick intro for the fact that we are going to be talking about movies. And so here it is. Let me just um, do a little. Okay, so that's done. And let's see, we are going to, um, just as, keeping business, do a little bit of business here. I need to make sure that the likes are happening so I can level up on YouTube. So here we go. Smash that like button or tickle it, whichever one suits your fancy. Okay, now I'm going to answer a few more questions. And then, guys, I have a presentation for you going down a list of all the action stars of yesteryear that I put together. And they are put in this really cool slideshow. I mean, I've never used slideshows before, so this is exciting for me. I did that one talk about the new Barbie movie that was going on, and I really could have used the slideshow for that. But we're improving a little bit every single day. Okay, so that one we read, and we've got this. Let me see. And the unapologetic geek says, as someone with a surname no one ever pronounced right, I feel you, Dan. That's why I go by Tug. Yes, my name is also very, very it's hard to always get right. Um, so let's see. We've got see if I can go down a little bit and start. Oh, Red Scorpion, Dolph Lundgren. Okay, I must have seen this a long time ago. Was in the chat. Mama Bear Art Doll. Thank you for visiting me today. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, guys, I love art. I don't know about you, but Mama Bear Art Doll has a really cool channel where she draws live in front of you, does these amazing watercolors. It's just, she's incredible. So if you get a chance, do visit her channel. I believe on Saturdays you do a live show, Mama Bear. But just confirm that in the chat. And you guys need to, take a look at some of her drawings. They're really good. And also, there's something very soothing about the whole experience. Mama Bear's voice, and also there's soft music going on in the background. It's a very nice experience on Saturdays for me. Adam says, don't miss 1982's challenge with Scott Glenn and Tauricio Mifune. Terrific story and a great score by Jerry Goldsmith. Okay, so that is not on my list, and neither are these two gentlemen. I have, you guys are schooling me right now, putting me to school. And Puff Comics 83 says, I come in peace is my guilty pleasure. Oh, really? Okay. Another one I have to put on my list. Um, let's see. And Thrash is saying that Hell Comes to Frogtown is a plus plus good. Oh, Passenger 57 always bet on black, says Lance. Yes, I love that movie, to be honest. It's been a while since I've seen it. It should be one if I can get a hold of a copy to review to to a live stream watch party possibly. We've got tasty mystery meat in the house. We got Sin Havoc 5150 in the house as well. And Prince Everlove says cult retro action from Indonesia, Lady Terminator, hilarious. I wonder if I've seen that. I wonder if I've seen that. It sounds incredible. I want to see that. Uh, Peep Show Menagerie says, I've been binging on sci-fi B-movie action films. The Eliminators. Yes. Oh my God, that's such a good film. I mean, it's trashy, but it's also it's the stuff. It's the good stuff. Zone Troopers. I've never seen that. And Countless Alien Wannabes. Yes. It's there's something about a good low budget action sci-fi film that really puts a huge smile on my face and makes me happy. Mama Bear says, I have an impossible name to it. I hear you. It's just like, and to me, when people ask me, like, what's your name? I feel like it's an invasion almost. Like, okay, now I have to spend 40 minutes getting you to say my name properly. And Sin Havoc says, get those likes up for Retro Nerd Girl. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. Darth Plato says, count your blessings. I saw a guy once with the same name, once with the name Pook. Oh, I can't say that name. Wow, that's ooh, I would have to change my name if that was the case. Oh my God. Let's see. Uh, okay, and Mama Bear Art Doll says yes, Saturday morning. So yes, check her out. Really great Saturday morning experience. I'm usually there on Saturday mornings if I wake up early enough, if I don't sleep in late. Unicorn Rampant Studios. Oh my God, $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And this is so awesome because I just made a brand new thank you um, drop today. And let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You just don't know. It also makes me feel so warm inside that, that you would do that for me. And I always appreciate. Thank you. I feel like I'm accepting an award. I'd like to thank the Academy and Unicorn Rampart Studios. The Bat Channel Retro. Hello, the Bat Channel. It's Trey. Thank you so much. Trey just recently did a fantastic video on his channel talking about recent events with the DC um, or Warner Brothers. It's a long story. I have to tell you guys, it's a long, but the whole drama with Warner Brothers and DC, and also James Gunn's comments in to fans on Twitter. It's very concerning, but they did a fantastic um, uh, breakdown about that and a very nice conclusion, a very positive video, I must say. And so I'm very proud of you guys for doing such a nice video and staying so positive and, and really breaking it down. That was a great breakdown of the situation. So let's see what else. Okay, so we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We got more. Oh, yes. Uh, the Bad Channel is urging people to smash that like and subscribe. Yes, please do. And Integrity 101 is in the house. 80s action stars were the best. Yes, okay. We haven't even gotten to my list yet. And okay, so we're gonna get to my list. We are gonna get to the list. Should I start the list yet? Tell me that you want me to start the list, and I will begin the list. Adam says 1987 was a fantastic year for action. Extreme Prejudice got lost in the shovel, but it is a terrific film directed by Walter Hill. Walter Hill! Oh, wow. Okay, so another one I have not seen. I have not seen. Oh, wow. William Blake Hall is here. Hello. I hadn't planned on this, but here I be. Oh, thank you for being here. You always have, again, I always say you have such great information and bits of knowledge that you share with us, and you're a joy to have on my live stream today. I just and every live stream that I've been doing. So thank you so much. Lance says, Roto Alienator. Never saw that one. You guys are giving me lots of homework. Geek Legion of Doom. Thank you for being here. Oh my God. I love this channel for several reasons. And one being, they also do very, very awesome reviews on unique um, properties or movies. Okay, very sometimes low budget, sometimes blockbusters, but they do a mix of everything, and it's just so good. Definitely check out that channel if you love movie reviews. You love old movies, especially low budget ones and ones that you haven't heard of from for a while, or maybe never even heard of. So Lots to learn from that channel. Also, the person who runs it, Leo, gave me a shout out maybe, I want to say 4 years ago. That was just like, it was just, it blew my mind. I was like, "Phew." And so definitely love his channel, and he's a great guy as well. So love I love awesome people. Uh, Mama Bear says cheesy B movies are my favorite. Yeah, me too. They're just so good. Just so good. They make me smile. Puff comments three the hard way, black exploitation, action goodness. Oh, I've never heard of that one. Uh, yeah. Geek Love Drive, also with Murphy. Oh, wow. Brittany Murphy. Wow. I, when I think about her, I think about how we missed an opportunity to really have a great superstar in the making. She was a superstar in the making, I believe strongly. Um, Venkata says, I go with Karthik usually, but ever since I moved to Canada, somehow people feel Venkata East easier to pronounce. So I put it at first. Yeah, Venkata is very easy to pronounce. uh, but Karthik, right? Am I saying it right? It sounds like it's pretty easy as well. Um, it's just maybe the confidence isn't there. Maybe that's the case there. Um, Big Trouble in Little China. Yes. Uh, uh, let's see. And Integrity says, "What's up, retro? Keep rocking." Hashtag inevitable. That's right. Inevitable. All right. So we're gonna get started. Oh, uh, Miss Tasty Mystery Meat says that's a great drop. Thank you so much. I worked really hard on it, and it was a lot of fun for me. And I love those little drops because they just put a really um a nice tone to the flavor of these live streams. Um, oh no, I forgot Fred Williamson on my list. What? How could I have done that? And Jim Brown. Ah, how could you? How could you? I totally forgot that. Oh, now I'm kicking myself, just like, darn, I needed more time for this. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find this three the hard way. I may have even seen it as a little girl. I may have even seen it. I saw a lot of black exploitation. Uh, oh, you're Mama Bear Darrell says my daughter said she's so pretty. Oh, thank you, you guys. Stop. Oh my goodness, my heart is melting. Uh, and oh, the Bat Channel says, oh, thank you for the shout out, Retro. And anytime, you're awesome. Um, that video was so good. William Blake Hall says action heroes, maybe Jason Bourne, the original trilogy, and Total Recall. Well, Total Recall, um, the action star made it, but I was trying to figure out, is Matt Damon really an action star? Because he did do the heck out of those Jason Bourne movies, but then that was pretty much it. And I don't remember any other action movie from him. Um, that wasn't really, I don't know if that was his thing or not. So that's why I didn't put him on there, but he deserves it for Jason Bourne alone. Jason Bourne was awesome. Uh, Integrity Back Channel, what's up? Yes. Oh, Shelby Loves is here. Oh, Shelby. We were on a stream together, and my gosh, she blows me away with her knowledge of movie and music. She has a channel as well, so check it out. Very, very impressed by this beautiful young lady. Let's see. And I'm so glad that you're here, Shelby. Definitely great to see you in the chat. Um, and the Bat Channel says we try to stay positive. Yes, it's so important. Times are, I call these the dark times, and we really need to keep the energy of positivity going. And it's really not easy. It's really hard. Thrash says Miss Thrash feels much better. Thanks to everyone for their positive vibes. Oh yes, the last weekend, yes, Thrash wasn't able. He visited us for a short while, but wasn't able to really hang out in the chat as much as usual because um, Mrs. Thrash had wasn't feeling very well. So we're so happy that she is much better. Um, and I thought I got the impression that she would be better, but you never know. But we are so happy for that. Thank you for letting us know. Lance mentions Die Hard. Die Hard is a treasure, a true treasure of a movie, which is it's incredible. Unapologetic Geek says positivity seems sorely lacking in modern fandom discourse on the internet. I know. I just don't understand. Look, we can look. There are so many movies I don't like, believe it or not. But I'm not going to waste my time talking about it. And if I am talking about it, I'm trying to find the good in it. That's just me. But I think it's also important that if somebody has an opinion that is not, uh, that they can explain expand on their thoughts. I like hearing other people's a point of view. So as long as we try to stay keep things a little positive. It's tough. It's very tough. Ooh, Lethal Weapon is a good one. The Last Boy Scout, Last Boy Scout, the Last Boy Scout. Why am I calling Scout a Scot? Excuse me for a second. Woo. We have a situation of allergies. Allergies, those horrible afflictions. Okay, so only movies, no TV shows. I don't know about the TV shows just yet. Walter Hill Warriors. I've never heard of that. And so, Sin Havoc says Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, great old school action stars. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the presentation because I'm gonna get into the presentation because it's actually um, okay, the dark times. Be positive, but keep it dark. Ah, yes. Oh my gosh. Van Damme, oh yes. Okay, all right. So I want to definitely um okay, get into this and I want to hear your opinions on these, okay? So, how do I fix this? See if I can do this. Oh, perfect. Yes, perfect. Okay. Um, oh yeah, I love Time Cop as well. All right, so I'm gonna move down. I hope that I didn't but I'm gonna skip a lot of questions here, comments here. I hope you guys will forgive me. Just repeat anything. But here's a good question. It's a good question about what is an action star? Maybe an actor who's mostly known for action other than anything else. I personally wouldn't class Harrison Ford as one, for example. And I hear you, because that was what I was deliberating and having such a hard time figuring out because there's a lot of people who have done action movies, but they're not really known for action movies. So I was willing to give if a person did more than three different movies that were action, I gave them the action star credit. And Harrison falls Harrison falls underneath that category. And you'll see which movies I'm talking about. So, okay, I am, let's see. Uh, oh, okay. All right. So I'm starting all the way at um the like practically the first action heroes ever. I know you guys were expecting 80s action heroes, but I'm going all the way back. Um, Douglas Fairbanks, Mark of Zorro, Thief of Baghdad, and the Black Pirate. This guy did like all of his own stunts practically, jumping from building to building. I mean, he was fantastic. So would you guys, have you seen any of his movies and what do you guys think? Any thoughts on Douglas Fairbanks? Well, William Call says Humphrey Bogart was no action star, but I wouldn't cross him. And it's so funny because I kind of put him on the list because there were a few movies that were pretty much action movies, right? And I'll tell you which one. Prince Everlove says Lady Cop, aka Lady Battle Cop, Japan, 1990. So funny. I wonder if I've seen that movie. All right, we're getting some movement on this. Okay, so uh the chat moves you quickly then. Oh, how Errol Flynn, I say yes. Oh yes, Douglas Fairbanks is an action star. And Thrash says, yes, seen his flicks. He's a definite action hero. Was, yes. Um, And Shelby Love says, I've seen Thief of Baghdad. Yeah, he was great. He's got a rocking bod and some sick MC Hammerman. Yeah, they were hilarious. Those fans. Uh, I'm gonna already start leaking, laughing into tears. That's going way back. Yeah, it is pretty way back. I thought, when I start thinking about them, the list kept getting bigger, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go, to the beginning, but I still missed a lot. Um, and unapologetic geek says, "Woohoo, we're going way back." I've only seen the Mark of Zorro, but Fairbanks did leave an impression. He did. He was fantastic, and he was instrumental in creating the Academy, the Oscars. Um, and they said that the first Oscars ceremony was less than 15 minutes. What happened? I do recall his sword fighting was pretty fun. Yes, it had that, all that energy. And Ian Tyndale is here. Hi, Ian. He says, "Is Mel Gibson an action star?" He used to be. Yep, I would consider he was in a lot of action movies. Um, he's definitely on the list. Tom Limmery says, "I know Douglas Fairbanks was never Douglas, but I've never seen Zorro." Yeah, it's another one, a swashbuckling kind of fun movie, black and white, 1920, lots of fun. Um, Fairbanks and Flynn from before action heroes got dark. Yes. uh, Are we counting war flicks as action? I would say so. Yes, I do say so. Um, I would say that's the epitome of action. Oh, and I'm just thinking about somebody I was supposed to add and I didn't add. Burt Lancaster. Oh no, that's one that I didn't add. Yes, I'll have to make a better list next time. We'll have to continue. Um, All right, so I'm gonna go forward to the next one. The next one is um uh John Barrymore. Um, this is Drew Barrymore's great no, grandfather. If anybody knows for sure who he is to her, I think it's her grandfather. Um, and a lot of the pictures that you see of him online are him as an older man, but when he was young, he was quite the action star. And these are the films that he did. He did Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Don Juan, and The Beloved Rogue, and they're all um, uh, very, very interesting action movies. Well, I mean, action for the 1920s at least. Let's see what is being said. Uh, I went back up too far. These comments are really tricky. uh, Barry, love. Uh, oh, Barry On is here. Hello, Barry On. How are you? Thanks for visiting us today. Yes, did anyone mention Cynthia Rothrock? And I do have her on my list. She was fantastic. And still is. She looks fantastic today. She defies her age. Um, Grandfather of Drew Barrymore. Thank you for helping me with that because yes, I wasn't sure if it was her great grandfather or her grandfather. There are a few pictures of the two of them together online. Um, and William Blake Hall says, "Let's remember Cynthia Rothrock." Yes, uh, f- Gina Carano. Oh, Gina Carano. Yes, Gina Carano. Um, I don't know what to say. I'm really kind of upset the way she's being treated by everyone. And I don't know. I think she had so much promise. I really wanted her to be Wonder Woman, to be honest. And she's so good at action, and she looks believable. She actually looks like she can handle things on a heavier, level, like for action. I was so excited to see her come on the scene, and so disappointed about all the stuff that happened to her. So, um, Audie Murphy was my dad's favorite to watch. Who's Audie Murphy? And what did he star in, Keith? Let me know. I didn't know who that was. Unapologetic said, "Oh, good. I was hoping you'd mention John Barrymore, grandfather, by the way. Yes. Um, he was very, very good. And you continue on to say Barrymore had mesmerizing eyes. Yes, he was quite a catch. Um, Gina Carano in Deadpool, yes. Um, she was fantastic in that. I really wanted to see more of her. Uh, and Shelby says, "Yeah, perfect pick for Wonder Woman retro." Yes, I really wanted them to pick her. Um, uh, she had this gorgeous like raven black hair and this beautiful smile. She had a beautiful face. I thought she would have been perfect. Um, and Tasty Mystery Meat says Buster Crab as both Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers. Let me see if he is number three. Not quite yet, but he's on the list. we got Rudolph Valentino, and his movies are The Sheik, The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and Blood and Sand. If those are not, those are also sort of a Harlequin romance type storylines where women could imagine that he was sweeping them off their feet. Um, let's see. Okay, so we also have okay, she is 60 years old. Or is she more than 60 years old, or is she 60 exactly? She is in such great shape. She can still, do her split kicks. She's fantastic. Let's see. William Blake said Audie Murphy, a real life World War II hero, lots of westerns and war movies. Oh wow. Uh, yeah, again, I love it when you guys teach me things. Um, Thrash Pattern said Audie Murphy was okay, hero who went on to make war films after the war. I bet a lot of people went to the theater to see him because they wanted to support him in particular. That gives you an extra incentive to go see the movie, right? I mean, I you know, what a great idea. Uh, Recommend Charlton Heston as Taylor, the astronaut action figure from NECA. Yes, we love, at least I love Charlton Heston. I had a crush on him when I was little. I thought he was so handsome, and he just did all of these really interesting films. All of his films had something to offer. Gina as Xena. Oh, that's a good one. Oh my goodness, Kismet is here. Hi, Stray Kismet. So good to see you. And R Enrique is here. Oh, thank you. Sorry, my allergies are acting up so much right now. I'm just wish they would stop. I believe Audie Murphy was the most decorated soldier in World War II. Interesting. I might have to do some research on this guy. Call me crazy, but I don't think people's careers could have been taken away for just saying controversial things. It's a long conversation. It breaks my heart that that's what's happening. We all make mistakes and we all don't think alike. I think people should have their own thoughts and things and still, you know, I, I don't know. I don't agree with taking away someone's job because they think differently from you. That's just my thing. And that's a whole nother conversation. Um, but yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Rudolph was the way to go. Hunk in the 1920s. Yes, he was very good looking and they knew how to market him. He died very young and suspiciously at the age of 30, or somewhere around the age of 30, um, and just way too young to die. And him being a movie star, I think he had a stomach ache and went in for um, surgery, and a couple of days later he died. Really sad. Um, Valentino's name is legendary, but I'll be honest, never seen any of his movies. Oh, we've got to change that. We've got to do a watch along to one of Valentino's movies. And oh, who's this? Jervis Horton. Hello, Jervis. I just joined. Did you get to Pam Grier? I imagine. Oh, sorry. I all imagined her as Ripley an alien. Oh, interesting. No hate to Weaver. Interesting. I never even thought about that. We do. She is on the list. Both ladies are on the list, actually. Murphy is best known for To Hell and Back and Red Badge of Courage. Okay, these are movies that are going on my list. Okay. Oh, Dason Skywalker is here. Hello, Dason. Hi. Nice to see you. Good evening, RNG. Hope you are doing well. I am. Thank you for visiting us today and hanging out. Um, Integrity says to unapologetic geek, that's crazy. You should be canceled and apologize immediately. Okay, see, I'm glad that we can joke about these things because it gets serious. It gets serious. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Class of 1999. I love that movie. It is a trash fire of special effects, and I adore it. Adore it. Uh, Ian says Bogart, the action anti-hero. Yeah, I mean, he pretty much just stands around and has the gun pointed and says a cute line, but still, I think it was the time period because at the time they really didn't action movies were not as celebrated as they are now. And William Blake Hall has a great question. Says, "Is Eastwood an action star?" Why did I say the word action like the action star? Is Clint Eastwood an action star? I don't think of him doing much of the way of fistfights or athletics. Well, I mean, I think we have to also, I mean, a lot of his, there were a lot of movies where I think he was sort of like for the day the action hero because they've changed the model of the action star has changed over time and especially for westerns they were considered more action films at the time but they didn't really have like the modern action film like what you would we would get like in the 70s and 80s. So I don't know. I added him to the list because I definitely loved his work, and I thought his movies were action movies. Um, and Annabelle says, "Rel said, thank you so much. You guys are so nice to me." Um, uh, and Integrity says, for sure, Clint Eastwood. Tons of great movies. Um, that would fit in the action genre, I believe. Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey in the Face Off reboot. Oh, just thought about it. Yes. That might be really good. Barry On says, Audie Murphy was on the radio just saying he was fighting Germans in World War II, and then asked how close they were. Responded, "Just hold the phone, and I'll let you talk to one of the bastards." Oh gosh. Oh boy. Uh, Interesting. Okay, so let's move on to our next guy. Buster Keaton. Uh, and Buster Keaton, I tried to do them in order, and so he would be the next one here. Buster Keaton, the General, the Cameraman, and Seven Chances. And maybe you've even seen quite a few of the stunts that he did that were death-defying um, on some meme somewhere and was just very much known for doing so many incredible stunts in his thing. Great movies, but I think action star, I think is a serious, strenuous effort. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. It's I give a little bit of leeway for Clint Eastwood. He's um Uh, LOL. Clint is an action star. He's the king of Western films, urban action, Dirty Harry. Yeah, Dirty Harry is definitely doing a little bit of extenuous stuff there. Uh, oh, okay. Thrash says you got to give it to Eastwood or for the Man with No Name trilogy alone. Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that one. I mean, those are definitely action movies, and they are just William Blake Hall is not having it. Okay, he says, "I still don't know. Does acting cool and being good with a gun make someone on par with some serious athletes?" I don't know. I have to. I'll have to do an extensive bit of research to really combat that, and I have not really done so. Never seen a Valentino movie, says Mr. Londo's Groovy Movies. Hey, Mr. Londo. Start with Blood and Sand, where he plays a bullfighter. Mm, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Let me see. And Barry on says Pam Grier. Yes, she was one of the first. Yeah, she was incredible. And but many a boy grew to manhood watching Pam Grier. Yes, 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 yes. All the big family. She's on the list, guys. So don't. All right, let's see. Doctor Who at times had plenty of action, especially in the early um, 2000s era. Yeah, you know what? I have really um I know how can I call myself a retro nerd girl and have not seen any of the Who shows. So I've got to catch up. Um Okay, so let's see. I'm just gonna zoom down. If I miss your question or answer or your comment, just say it again. I'll catch it eventually. Um oh okay, so let me see. There's a comment to and Mama Bear says, "Oh man, it's hard to think of Aliens as a retro film." Yes, it seems like yesterday, but it's like it's definitely retro. Uh, and all right, so I am. We got some happy comments here. You guys are awesome. And RNG, do you have Harold Lloyd? I don't have Harold Lloyd on there. I'm so sorry. I did not, I don't know who that is. Can you tell me what movie he was in? Um, that would help. And Thrash says Keaton is a big yes. Okay. And oh, Uh, Mama Art Doll says, Mama Bear Art Doll says, Buster Keaton is my favorite silent film star. Oh, that's so cool. You know, if you like, even this picture here, he's got this like somber look on his, he's got the, like this way of like expressing himself that was really unique and, was able to, really connect with the audience. Yeah, a lot of people love Buster Keaton. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so Lloyd was amazing, but is least remembered of the big three. Oh, wow. I had no idea. Uh LL, did you mention Charlie Chaplin, Jackie Chan model his style after Charlie and Buster? And let me see if he's the next one. Let's see. Yeah, see? You knew what was gonna come next. It was Charlie Chapman. And um, he is known for Modern Times, The Kid, and City Lights. Very cool movies. There's lots of other movies. He's got a large list of movies, but they are pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I think he did a lot of his own stunts. Don't know if he had stunt doubles. Talking about Buster Keaton, yeah. Um, and the big three, meaning Buster Keaton, Harold Lloyd, and who else? Charlie Chaplin. Okay. Well, I am missing out on this Harold Lloyd person. Um, I need to find him. And Lance was saying, Clint in Heartbreak Ridge. Is that action movie? I've never seen that one. Um, it's actually more modern, right? I haven't seen that one. I don't think you have. to be athletic to be an action star. It definitely helps, but it's not required. Yeah, it's true if you can get, other people to do your stunts for you. But you have to at least look like you can do it. And I think Clint Eastwood can definitely do it. Tombstone, that's a great movie. Um, and Thresh says, yes, Mr. Chaplin. Oh, Chaplin. Um, Buster Keaton via Diane Keaton via Woody Allen to Scarlett Johansson. And Prince Everlove says, retro nerd girls anime Astro Girl would make a great action animated series. Well, thank you. I'm working on something uh, like that. Definitely working on something like that. So I have plans. I have plans, but it would be something very low key for you guys. It wouldn't be like a big like movie for other. It's just for cool people, for the cool people. Peep Show Menagerie said there have never been enough Pam Grier movies. She still has it. Yes, there aren't enough. Jackie Brown was cool. And the unapologetic geek says, "Don't sweat it, RNG. I've never seen Doctor Who either. Yeah, I mean it's kind of weird. I haven't. All right, so let's see if how much further along I. Oh, I'm not too far from uh Retro Nerd Girl Beyond the Stars. You have great ideas, Prince Everlove. I love it. Uh, Linda Hamilton, yes, she's on the list. Um, and oh, the foundation is here. Hey, everyone, stopping by to show my support. Well, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Uh, and oh, okay, so Harold Lloyd, famous for hanging off that giant clock. That's the meme I see all the time. I see that meme all the time. Didn't know that was who it is. Okay, I think a movie of his was called Safety Last. Okay. We are gonna look up some of Harold's movies. I think it's important. It's important, guys. Tasty Mystery Meat says not movies but TV shows. Diana Rigg as Emma Peel in The Avengers and Roger Moore in The Saint. Also The Persuaders. Yes, those were great. Yeah, Diana Rigg was so beautiful. I remember seeing some shows when I was little and I was like, wow, she's so pretty. And she's badass. I was like, she is so cool. I love her outfit. Oh my God. That moment you realize, oh my God, I'm old. No way. Look, if having great memories of old movies makes you old, I don't think it works that way. Those are great memories, and definitely always treasure the old movies. They show us where we came from. Uh, uh, Safety Last was Lloyd's biggest film. Oh, really? Okay. Yes, Michelle is definitely on there. Okay, so before we keep going, let's keep going. We're only on number 6, and there are like 40. Uh, James Cagney. I know. What do you guys think about this choice? There are some really cool movies that he did that were kind of the action movie genre because a lot of them were gangster movies, and at that time there were a lot of gangster films. I'm not an expert at it, but I'll tell you that there's The Public Enemy, Yankee Doodle Dandy, which was more of a musical-y kind of thing, um, and the Roaring Twenties. So tell me what you guys think about James Cagney. Would he be on the list as a great action star for his day? For his day. I mean, not for today, not for the 90s or 80s, because um, that, oh, this is a great one. The Great Dictator. That was a great film. Uh, Cleopatra Jones. That was a good one. Oh, Stunt Brat is here. Oh my God, Stunt Brat. Oh my God, I've been trying to reach you because I really do want to do a show with you on it. You have a lot to share. So let me. We'll figure out a way to contact each other. Right now, you can find me on Twitter. If you're on there, you can DM me. But yeah, I would love for you to be on the show because you have so much. I would love for you to talk about your experience as a stunt person. So you're awesome. Integrity. And also, she says, Sunrat says, hey, hi, Retro Nerd Girl. Hugs. Oh my God. Hugs to you, girl. Uh, this is my subject. Absolutely. It's action films, they're great. You probably can tell us a lot of behind the scenes stuff too. Integrity 101 says, everyone remember to very gently apply pressure to the like button. Yes. Yes, make sure to hit that like button to help me to level up. And I am going to do a little stinger for that. Uh, let's see if we've got it. Thank you so much for reminding me about that. And Cyborg, oh my God, one of my favorite movies of all time is Cyborg. It's so, again, it's full of terrible special effects, and I love it. And maybe a little bit of bad acting. Just a smidge. And I love it. I love it. Stunt Brat says, all actors have stunt doubles. Absolutely. They have to because, it's some of the things that they have to do is very risky. And so, um, the studios don't want to be liable for that. Um, William Blake Hall says, yes, I want to see the Astro Girl show. Well, great. Okay. Well, we'll have to have a meeting, Prince Everlove, and we'll have to organize this Astro Girl show. Um, my goodness. All right. Geek Legion of Doom says Charles Bronson wasn't really all that athletic and probably one of the seminal movie tough guys. Yes, he was. He did work out quite a bit and had quite a muscly frame. Um, and he looked like, you just didn't want to mess with him. And so I guess action stars would follow this whole, like, maybe they don't do everything, but they have this intimidation factor as well. They are the protagonist, um, you know, guy that is a tough guy or tough girl. Thrash says Heartbreak Ridge was about the Grenada incident back in the 1980s. I tried to enlist during it. Oh, really? Wow. Gosh, this is giving me this is a lot of this is good information. Gosh, I mean, again, incredible information. I'll have to watch that. All right, so let's go to the next person on the list. Buster Crab. This is one of my favorites because I absolutely love, 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 love Flash Gordon of the 1930s. It's one of my favorite franchises of the early days. And people talk about comic book movies and everything. This was the first. This was the first. Buster Crab. Incredible energy on stage. and all of the things that he would do in front of the camera, just in just incredible. Some of those fight scenes were just so rough and scary, and they look so very realistic. So I always loved what he had to bring to the table as a performer, and so charismatic in front of the camera. So love this guy so much. Um, and his movies were Flash Gordon, which was a serial, um, and Tarzan the Fearless, and Buck Rogers. And he actually made an appearance at the actual Buck Rogers TV show back in the 80s, um, playing an older pilot, and it was really good to see him. He looked fabulous. Let's see what else. What are we saying in the chat? Um, William Blake Hall says, "I've got some oldies. Clyde Beatty, Clyde Beatty, and Frank Buck, famous for working with wild animals." What is wrong with my reading today? I've never heard of these guys. Wow. Okay. And Stunt Brat says, I think actors in very old films got away with doing a little more stunts scenes, but they were all drunk on the set then. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would suppose they would have to be. They would have to be drunk. And Lance Shaven says, Retro Nerd Girl Internet Mysteries. You think that would be a good show? Hmm. That might be something that would be interesting. You know, wait, maybe I should do a full live stream talking about ideas for this proposed show that we want to do. And that could be a lot of fun. All the little ideas we might want to put in there. Tom Cruise does not do his own stunts. Just saying, LOL. Let's see. Let's see what else we have here. Um, Thrash says, when my dad had a huge crush on Miss Rig, when he was younger. Wow, a generational crush. Yeah, she was beautiful. She was beautiful, and there was something very classy and sophisticated about everything she did. So I think that added to it much more than just her physical beauty. I don't know. There was just something about her that just was like, wow, you're a knockout. Tasty Mystery Meat says, "Oh my God, Retro Nerd Girl, coming with all the classic. I'm impressed. Oh my God, yes, thank you. I'm so glad I'm impressing you. It's you know, I I'm speechless. Thank you. Definitely with high physicality with Cagney. Yes, I mean, I thought he brought such energy on the and on stage. I mean, on the screen. He just was just a fantastic actor, in my opinion, and also, was able to pull off the looking like he was really kicking butt there when he needed to. uh, Apologetic Geek says the pre-code era really let Cagney fly, and that's what made his career blossom. Yes. Lance Chapin says, James Cagney, you dirty rat. He never said that. It just sounds like something he would say. Unicorn Rampant Studio says, we did Cagney impersonations around the house as kids. Everything was a dirty rat. Oh, man. And Stuntbrad says, love you, Retro Moz. Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to catch them. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Back to you. Oh, man. And let's see. We got more quotes. Top of the world, Ma. Yeah, yes to action. Also, comedy, drama, musical. Yeah, triple threat, or I don't know, quadruple threat. He was fantastic. Did everything. They did it. One thing I have to say about the actors in the old days, they had to know how to do everything, and it was truly entertaining. Uh, and William Blake calls this, or smash the like button. Your call. Thank you for always reminding people about smashing that like button or tickling it. It's so cool. Funny if something isn't true, that everybody thinks is true, amounts to actually uh, amounts to it actually being true. Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know what's true anymore, so. Stunt Brad says, Lance, I'm good, thanks. Guess what? Clint asked me out in the 80s, but I was seeing someone. You see what I'm saying about Stunt Brad? She knows everything. Oh my God, he tried to ask you out. Um, wow. And Clint was really good looking, so that must have been. If you were single, would you have gone out with him? Oh, that's a good question. Uh, and Lance says, "Hey, Brett, I met Adam West once. Did you? Really? Wow." And Jervis Horton says, "John Singleton, just for Enter the Dragon alone, he wins." Oh, wow. John Singleton. Do I know of that guy? A couple of the actors from Into the Dragon is on this list. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I should put a little a little timer on how long is it. Barbara Stanwyck. Okay, I thought she was a pretty cool action star. She really had quite a bit of roles where she was kind of handling a gun and doing a lot of things you don't expect a lot of ladies at that time to do. But she did it, and of course, living in the Wild West, everybody had to know how to handle a gun. So it's really kind of cool to see her do her thing. And the movies that she's was in is Annie Oakley, Union Pacific, and The Maverick Queen. There were also a lot of other movies that she did at the time, and it's really interesting because Barbara Stanwyck actually has a long career, where she just started out doing a lot of roles where she was just a beautiful girl, or she acted in a lot of dramas, and even but later in life, I noticed they put her in a lot of westerns in the 70s, and it was always great to see her in them, and she was absolutely gorgeous for her whole life. I really have a lot of admiration for her. Uh, Tom Lemery says, I think of Death Wish movies with Bronson. Yeah, those were his key ones. I also like The Mechanic quite a bit. Uh, the Unapologetic Geek says Buster Crab is the man. I mean, he really was. And we've got people singing the Flash song. Yes. I'm a little behind on this, huh? Okay, so let's I'm gonna move forward quite a bit. Uh what a song. What a song by Queen. Was it Buster Crab that they had to get someone else to swim in one scene because Buster swam under the surface of the water every time? I don't know. It's totally possible. And William Blake Hall says Maureen O'Sullivan was. Wow. I don't know that actress. Um, Lance, you've got to. We have to interview you too. You got to sing with Marie Osmond. We're just putting together a show for everybody. We're getting all the superstars in the chat to to be on the show because I need to talk to you guys. Okay, Vin Diesel is a B-list talent to me. Wow, integrity. Come out swinging. I just don't get it. Nothing against the guy or his fans, but meh. Wow. I don't, Vin Diesel is, in my opinion, I admire I admire the fact that he has done what he could with his career. Um, he's a businessman and he acts just like one, and I appreciate that. He's not wasted one opportunity. Um, although I'd like to see him do other things than the and the Furious movies, um, and I don't think I've even seen one of them. I just not interested, but I will try to do so because I want to widen my horizons and see other things. So maybe one day I'll get around to it. Sunbrand says Buster had a stunt double. Here's the rule: if you can clearly see the actor's face, it's them. If it's a side view or you're not sure, it's a double. That makes sense. That makes sense. For the parts where you do see his face, though, he's killing it. He's definitely killing. But yes, there. I'm sorry, but it Stunt Brat is actually telling the truth. You know, if if it calls for the character to get punched in the face. You don't want your actor swollen and misshapen because they got beat up in the face. You want to keep them away from that as far as possible. So yes, I mean they have to do some of the things to match up the choreography, but she's absolutely correct. Um, there it requires some physicality, but the actual stunts themselves are professionals um, that step in there. And I really would love you to talk about that too whenever we get you on here. Let's see. Oh my God, the chat just jumped. Okay, I don't know if I'm missing some people. It just jumped. I'm so sorry if I'm missing names. Um, okay. Thrash Upon says William Blake, you beat me on it. Singleton was a director. That's what I thought. Um, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure about that. Um, Jervis says, would anyone watch a stuntman Mike movie if Quentin made one? Um, maybe, maybe. Okay. And yes, Barbara was on Big Valley as well. And that was a very popular TV show in the 70s. Oh, look who's here. Varangian Vigilante is here. Oh my God. So good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Gordon Mitchell was a fantastic action star in a lot of Italian peplum, Western, and horror movies. He was an American bodybuilder that, along with Reeves and Park, paved the way for BBs in the business. What does what does BBs mean? Bodybuilders, sorry. Bodybuilders. You can't write it all out because you only have a certain amount. Thank you so much for that comment. Oh, Stuart Mitchell is here. Hi, hi, Stuart. Retro Nerd, hello, my friend. Sorry I'm late. You are right on time because we're gonna go to the next person. Um, oh, Prince Everlove says that I would seriously buy Retro Nerd Girl animated episodes on DVD. That is so sweet. Well, thank you so much. You're so sweet. We're gonna work on something. Where, like I said, I've already tried, um, started working on a thing, and we'll see what happens. Uh, Sunbrat says, Tom, Bob Eubanks' son, Corey, was a stunt man. I worked with him many times because we both looked really young. Really? Uh, oh, Jervis Horton says, correction, it was John Saxon I meant. Yes, he is on the list because I love me some John Saxon. Yes, I do. Veep Show says, let's not forget Mr. T. Oh my goodness, I forgot him on my list. My interview with him was published in Harper's years ago. Wow. Wow. Okay, that's incredible. Lance says that he also got to meet Tony Dow and Donnie Most in the same day. My goodness, you guys are meeting all of the celebrities. I've met quite a few as well. Uh, when I lived in New York, I don't meet any of them now. Stewart says uh, the Chronicles of Riddick was a great movie. I didn't see all of it. Um, So I will take your word for it. I have to revisit that movie. Because that's the one where he's blind, right? Or something to that effect. Something to Sunbrat says retro, and now these days of CGI, it's really hard to tell if actors are lying. It's true, because they're getting really good at it. Some of them are a little wonky, like Harrison Ford on horseback in that trailer for Indiana Jones. I think is it 5. That looks messy, 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 messy. But some of them are getting really good. Um, oh, and yes, Morangian says that finally made it to a live stream. Yes, it's so good to have you here. And Integrity says, I am so glad you're live streaming regularly now. You are really doing a great job. Thank you. This is fun. Oh, I'm so glad. Let's go to the next one because I definitely want, it's going to be quite a bit. Clark Gable, I think he wasn't completed a lot of dramas. There were a couple of them where he played, he did westerns, um, and I thought he was quite a great leading man slash for his time acting hero. It's not like I think if those movies were remade, they would definitely be falling under the action movie um, category. I mean, what do you guys think? Tell me what you think about that. Oh, Lance, peeps are bugging me to write a book. Ooh, yes, you could write a book about, um, I would definitely buy it. I would buy it. I would buy that book. I would buy that book. I pity the fool. Yes, Mr. T. I'm so sad I didn't put him on the list. And I think the reason why is because I don't know of many other movies that he might have been in besides I know he of course was in the A Team on television, but he only did what Rocky the 3 or is it 2, 3, 4, 5, Tell me which Rocky. It wasn't four. I know that. It wasn't one and it wasn't four. So it had to be two or three. Um, and tell me which Rocky Mr. T was on. Let's see. Let's see. No, unapologetic geek. You've got to go to do family things. Oh, well, look, have fun. I loved having you on in the chat, and I am so glad you were able to join us today. And I did see that you were able to join us last week, so thanks for stopping by. And you are always welcome. Take care. Have a great evening. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Tom Lemery says, I think there should be a part two, three, and four on this subject. I think I'm going to have to do that because we're already at an hour and 35 minutes, and we're only on a certain part. I mean, we're only on, let's see, let's move on to the next one. We're only on slide 11, and I have at least four more, uh, at least 30 more uh, people to go through. And so Spencer Tracy did a lot of movies, and he did a lot of dramas as well. But every once in a while, he did do a movie that was more on the action leaning, uh, more action leaning. So let me know what you think about that, if that was good or not. Thrash Bond says we should do a Muppet movie stunt where we all go to to Hollywood to try to make an RNG star. Yes, I love it. That would be such fun. Road trip, everybody. Oh, oh, you also met Spanky from our gang? That is cool. That is and Prince Evelove says 90%, 95% of a 1500 plus DV collection is pre 1970s, 1931 to 1969 fantasy, sci-fi, horror, action. Prince Everlove, this is for sure like this is the area of like awesome movies. I love that you have that collection. William Blake Cole says, "Run silent, run deep." Oh, I've never heard of that. And Lance mentions Gone with the Wind. And yes, Gone with the Wind is a great movie. I don't care who says that. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. It's a fantastic movie. Um, Incredible movie. Uh, uh, one of the best. And it was very groundbreaking. Very groundbreaking. Ah, okay. Mr. T was in Rocky 3. Okay. Yes. Rocky 3. Yes, some remakes don't come close to the original. I agree. Now, there's every once in a while, there's one or two remakes that are absolutely outstanding, like um, Invasion of the Body Snatchers 1978. Great movie. Great movie. Great remake. But for the most part, they always suck. They always suck. Pretty bad. Oh man, Koj is in the house. Hello, Koj. I also noticed you were in the stream last weekend with our watch party. So thank you for attending then, and great to see you tonight. Uh, Prince Evelyn host, even Short-term segment adventures would be awesome. Form a background from your altered character. And when did these rocket into space? How long has she been exploring? I do have a storyline for all of this. Did she bring enough pizza? Oh, well, we have to add pizza to the story. She does have pills, nutrient pills, but I like the idea of bringing pizza. All right, you guys are chatting it up, and people are showing love to Koj in the chat. I love seeing everybody make friends. Koj says, my film collection is random from all time periods, but mostly action, sci-fi, fantasy, martial arts, and Bollywood dance movies, LOL, and animation. Great, great selection. Wonderful selection. I love it. And Peep Show Menagerie says, Mr. T was also in DC. I forgot about DC Cab. Interesting. Freaked and the epic Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool. A must watch. Okay. And Freaked is one of those movies that I didn't see. I've been trying to see it, but you can hardly find it anywhere. So, um, definitely looking out for that. Thank you for the greetings. I love your content and artistic outlook on film. Thank you. That's so sweet. And 80s King Kong was a decent remake, I thought. Yep, I like that one with Jessica Lange. That was a good one. Okay, so I've got to see this movie. I want a Green Slime remake, and I love that movie. Okay, I have not seen Green Slime. I've been told that I need to watch Green Slime, and I'm so there if I can, just to find a really good copy. I think there is one on YouTube, but we'll see. Green Slime. William Blake Hall says that city that Astrago flies over must be gigantic. Yeah, it's pretty big. You mean in the outro? Yeah. Green Slime was has a great theme song. I did not know this. I need to see this movie. Um, and Stuart Mitchell says lots of sequels these days are really remakes disguised as sequels. Well, see, one thing I used to like about what they did a lot maybe in the 70s, and I don't have a good example right now, but they used to do things where they used to remake a movie but not tell you it's a remake and name it something completely different. And I love that because first of all, you threw out all of your expectations of what the story was going to be like. Um, and just accepted it for what it was. And so, yeah, I kind of wish they would go back to doing that, to be honest. Let's see. And uh, Jervis heard years ago that they were working on a Green Slime remake. Don't know what happened to it. Um, yeah, I haven't. Yeah, that I haven't heard of, but I would love to see. I'm gonna have to see the original. Green Slime is a love triangle with aliens. I like that, the sound of that. Too often, retcon is just another con. Ooh, ouch! I like that. I got a winky face there. Let's see. William the Green Slime, fantastic 1968 feature sci-fi creature sci-fi feature. Yeah, sounds just fantastic. I need to see it immediately. Maybe this weekend. My DVD collection is okay, but it's nothing compared to my cheesesteak collection. I've been collecting them for decades. I take them everywhere I go. Oh my gosh. Uh, oh, El Necron is here. Hello, El Necron. Oh wow. Guys, if you ever get a chance to, and El Necron did this really cool interview yesterday with a friend of ours by the name of Mikey Sutton. And he is doing a really awesome comic book. And he's going to put a whole bunch of people that he knows in the comic book, including myself and El Necron. And El Necron had a fantastic interview with him last night. So if you get a chance, go on ahead and check out his channel and see if you like anything there. But in particular, that interview was fabulous. I loved it. And what do we got here? Thrash says, "You will believe it when you're dead." The green slime. So I'm gonna move on. We've got Errol Flynn finally. I know people have been asking for Errol Flynn. Here's Errol Flynn. He was um my first crush. Even though I wasn't around in 1938, I did see a lot of rerun movies, and Robin Hood was the one that I saw, and yeah, I was like, oh my God, who is that? The Adventures of Robin Hood, Captain Blood, the Seahawk, and he was just I liked his acting style, or a lot of the acting style of the 1930s is definitely different from how it is now, but it is it was sort of like a mixture between American English and British English, and that mixture really had like a really interesting cadence to it, or like a beat. And I love a lot of the movies from that era because of the way they spoke. Um, oh, we're getting more green. Another green slime style monster show is the remake of The Blob. Love its closing song, Brave New Love. Now, that movie scared me quite a bit. I know. Zombies scare me, and green slime, The Blob, um, scared me quite a bit. They really amped up the uh, the special effects in the remake of The Blob. So, and they were really scary to me. Um, Thrash says, "In the Incredible Melting Man is effectively a grosser remake of First Man in Space." Okay, well, I need to see both of those movies. Coach says, "I also enjoyed Peter Jackson's King Kong. Still got me teary-eyed." I did not see that version of King Kong. I need to see that. Um, and El Nacron says 80s Blob is fantastic. I heard that it's fantastic. It just scared me. So I was like, ah, I got scared. And so I turned it off. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to get brave one day and watch the whole thing. What I'll do is I'll play it during the daytime and not the nighttime. And Stunfront77 says, "I had to wear green slime for a horror film. My ex used to show that pic and say that it was me once a month." Oh, not nice of him. And Varangian Vigilante says, "Fred Williamson, the Hammer, is an action movie star that deserves to be on. I know. Really sad that I forgot him. He's so good, and I totally forget it. He not only that, he's really handsome and so charismatic on the big screen. I totally forgot about him. And I hope you forgive me. I hope you forgive me. El Necron says, "Oh, thank you, Richard." Oh, it was such a good, juicy um, interview. You have an awesome channel, and I love it. Um, Jervis Horton says, "LOL, I always wonder what would happen if the 80s thing emerged in the blob. Oh, interesting. I love the thing. Even though it was campy, I loved that movie. I really did. Um, and yeah, the thing is just like my heart. My heart for for a thing. William Wakehouse says in college I played Captain Dallas in a recreation of the chest buster scene from Alien in the in a cafeteria. Wow, that's pretty cool. That is very cool. Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh my God, that must have been epic." I could just imagine it. Um, okay, so an interesting twist on Flynn is in the movie The Rocketeer. Yes, that movie is so good, and I loved what they did with the Flynn character. Oh, Flynn, as a character, also makes an appearance in the movie The Aviator, and I believe the year on that is 19 is actually 2004. Right? May have that right wrong. 2004 or maybe it's 2003. Um, 2003 or 4. And I think it's 4. Conrad. Oh, Robert Conrad is another one I forgot. The Wild Wild West TV show. Yes, he was fabulous. Sinbad Thrash. I was just thinking I can remember some low budget piece of crap the main actor was known. Oh. Oh no. William Blake Hall is heading out. William, it was so great to have you on. Oh, no, he's not going. He says we gave it a good go. Thank you. Boy, am I I'm sorry about that. Don't go. Very Varangian vigilante Robert Ragnar was fantastic as Prince Valiant in the original comic book adaptation. Cool. Um, and Integrity says the Rocketeer is underrated. It is. It is very underrated. Um, our Lambert was a real screamer. She saved the day. Who is our Lambert? Who's who is that? I'm lost. Yes, the Rocketeer was fantastic. Okay, the Rocketeer has Jennifer Connelly, and that's a lot right there. Yes, I mean, what a wonderful, gorgeous actress. And she was just so beautiful in that movie. Gosh, all I remember about the Rocketeer was Jennifer Connelly, swoon. Yes, she still looks gorgeous to this day. Like, it, she is a marvel of beauty, to be very honest with you. Um, let's see, which one is this one? Why won't it let me click on that? In the 70s, as a kid, the chiller theater hand used to scare the poop out of me. Let me go to Tyrone Power is my next on the list. Maybe I can speed these up. El Necron says Jackson King Kong Skull Island is incredible. The bug trench was sequence is harsh. Okay, well I definitely have to see this now. Uh, Jennifer Connelly was in Mulholland Falls too, an attempt at another Chinatown, but it really wasn't. Thrash, I also worked on Hell Comes to Frogtown. We were just talking about it and doubled Sandra Bergman, Sandal Bergman. I took it off my resume ASAP, but now it's a cult classic. I would, yeah, I hear you with taking it off your your resume at first. But yeah, it's I have to see that this movie. Um, it it's getting praises today. All right. Another twist on film Flynn was played by Peter O'Toole in the comedy My Favorite Year. Wow. With all respect, all respect to Will Smith, but Conrad remains my James West. Yes, and I don't think Will even he apologized for for that role. Um, yeah, I mean it's really Lance is still here. Yes. Awesome, Lance. All right. So any idea on Tyrone Power? Um he was in The Mark of Zorro, Nightmare Alley, and Blood and Sand. He was a very good looking guy, very suave, very debonair, but did a lot of action movies. Stunt Brett says you film reprobates. Uh, you like the weirdest stuff. I loved Corey Calhoun though. Retro, another old hunky actor. I have to look him up. It sounds familiar. Is Lance leaving? No. No, Lance is still here. Um, let's see. Um, and Puff Comics 83 says, I too am looking forward to the Beastmaster watch party. Yes, that's tomorrow, guys, at 5. I cannot wait. And let's see what Koj is saying here. Koj says, I feel you on that, Mama Bear. I get teased on how every now and then too often. On what? What's happening? Let's see if I can find Mama Bear's message. Oh, it's nice to know I'm not the only one freaked out by zombies. Yes, they freak me out. Oh my God, I don't like them. I don't like them. I do not like them. I love vampires. Werewolves? Ow! I love werewolves. Frankenstein's monster, the thing, the swamp, the creature from the Black Lagoon, all those cool monsters. I even like the skeletons that are like the moving skeletons. They're cool, but zombies? Oh, no. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with that. And you know what? Zombies of yesteryear used to be like, right? Now they're like jumping and doing like they're parkouring and all. I'm like, nah, I'm out. I am out. I am so out. Um, and Koje says, um, the bad humans in zombie films scare me more than the zombies. Well, in any horror movie, there's always the one human that is just like, are you on our side? I mean, are you on our side? Really? Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next. No word. Oh well, somebody says something really cool about Tyrone. Let's see, Tyrone Power. Goji says, Tyrone Power, yes, my man. Marco Zorro, I have a triple feather watch with the two Antonio Banderas Zorro films. Oh, cool. Let's see. Integrity says, I met Jennifer Connelly once when I was younger. I asked her out on a date, but she said, sorry, I don't date guys that wear red underwear on top of their jeans and a cape. At least I tried. Aw, what is this? Skywalker the Jedi. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. So glad to catch you live for a sec and hope the stream is going fantastic. I see you doing what you do best, collecting those memories. Yes, and thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Oh my goodness. That is so awesome. Let me see if I can. I have a very nice little message for you, Skywalker. Let's see. Here we go. I love that little video so much. Okay. Oh, okay. Unicorn Rampant Sue says, I was making a joke when I said violence. Okay. I was like, what's going on? Integrity, if you only had prepared, what was that? What did Integrity says, oh, at least you tried. Yes. Okay, so um let's see. Thrash says, uh Koji, the humans are generally the real bad guys in Joe, right? Because usually they cause the zombie apocalypse, which is kind of the fun part. Uh, and Koji says, I will have to catch the replay on the Beastmaster watch party. The sequels, um, I was not a fan of them. Me either. They were cute, but they it didn't have the same charm. Just didn't understand why the first movie worked so well. Woodrow is here. Oh my goodness. I agree. I don't ever want to remember a zombie's face. Oh my God. I can't stand those things. They're just really just gross. And in- they don't like, I think there's a couple of times where they've had zombies with intelligence and they're even scarier. But the ones that they're just like and you know what also gets me about zombie movies is that there's so many of them and they're just crawling so slow and it's like what is going on here? Why can't we get away from these zombies? Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'll complain about zombie movies at another time. Uh, oh, eh, Skywalker brings up meaning Zack Snyder's zombies were incredible. They were a different take on zombies, and I think some of them were robots as well. I'd love to find out the rest of the story on on his zombies. Um, and Woodrow says some zombies have turned into cop out for human on human violence. Ooh, you're going deep. You're going deep. Uh, uh, anyone see things to come? Yes, I did. First on screen depiction of zombies. Yes, that is an incredible movie. I love that movie. We're going to move on to the next guy, which is Humphrey Bogart. And I know that some of you guys said that he may not fulfill that uh, the quota of being an action movie star. And some of the movies I would consider action movies are Casablanca, which is more talking and not as he's playing a tough guy. uh, The Cane Mutiny, and High Sierra. And there was also a sequel to High Sierra. Um, and those were sort of the foundation for Indiana Jones movies. Because if you look at a lot of the things that happen in that movie, or the kind of the structure, uh, kind of kind of foretells like what we see later on in Indiana Jones movies. So, very cool stuff there. Um, so I'm gonna go move on to the next one. If you guys like him, go on ahead and leave a comment about that. And let's see. The next one is Jack Palance. I love this guy. He is was so incredible. We all know him from City Slickers and being so funny in that movie, but he did some other movies here: The Professionals, Panic in the Streets, and Shadow's Lamp. So let's see what else does the chat have to say? And let's see. Uh, Sorry, my allergies are going out of control right now. They're out of control right now. Um, Puff Comic says zombies used to be creepy. Now I see them as comical. I want to get there. I want to get there. Um, I want to get to the place where I'm like, what a joke. Those there's something about them that feels realistic. Do you know what I mean? Like I've actually seen people who are like zombies, and they're like they'll walk up to you, they'll acknowledge that you're there, but they're they're not really there up here. I don't know. There's something too real about zombies in movies, and I'll explore that one day. I'm gonna write a a little something a little bit more intelligible to describe why zombies freak me out. Plague of the Zombies in 1964, a British Hammer Films fantastic early zombie film. Okay. And Integrity says hashtag joke fail live. This happens. This happens. Um, and Mama Bear Angel says, I'll take your word for it, Sky. I'm not watching it, meaning a zombie movie, even if it was right beside you. Ah, I hear you. It's hard to watch. Um, but I did watch the Army of the Dead. It's really I have to watch it during the daytime when there's light outside, and then I'm okay. But it still freaks me out. Like there's a part where the queen kind of like walk comes up to the camera, and it kind of goes into focus, and I'm like, ugh, there's just too much. It's too much. Oh man. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. Uh, oh, okay. Prince Everlove says 1978's Invasion of the Body Snatchers, a true classic. It mirrors now in a deeply spooky way. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. And sometimes I feel like, like, am I being taken over by certain thoughts? Um, like, is my pattern following too much what other people are thinking? And am I not thinking for myself? I have to always do a check-in because I don't want to fall into the the ideology of following the pack. I always want to remain true to myself, but I don't want to be contrarian just to be contrarian. I do want to really feel like I'm honestly feeling my thoughts. It's a long and deep conversation. Uh, And I enjoy having them. William Blake Hall says, I miss the good old days when zombies were magically reanimated corpses in Haiti. Those are the scariest ones. Trevor says in the 80s, HBO played Beastmaster every day. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Uh, and Lance says, "Love your retro nerd girl. You rock. You rock too. My God, you're so fantastic, Lance." And Skywalker says, "I'm definitely surviving the apocalypse." Of course you would. Oh man. Oh, look who's here, Tracy Rothmeyers. Oh, hi there. So glad to see you. Oh my goodness. Everybody say hi to Tracy in the chat. She's awesome. Stunt Brat. Hey, Mama Bear. I had to step away for a sec, but my Momo never knew any of the actors I worked with. I asked her, um, "Do you know Calhoun?" And she went nuts, and she was very shy. So I gotta find out who this Rory Calhoun is. Oh, the bots came. Did you guys get them? You guys got the bots for me. Thank you. I appreciate it that you got the bots for me. Let me just. You guys got the bots for me. I appreciate that. Bow to the consensus. Bogey is an action star. I think so. I think because the movies they had a bit of action in them. Um, And there's a movie where Charlton Heston played a kind of Indiana Jones named Harry Steele. Yes, and I forgot the name of that movie. Um, ooh, and that outfit is exactly the model that they used for Indiana Jones. I forgot the name of that movie. Um, but the next one on the list is Kirk Douglas, and he was in Spartacus, which is definitely an action movie, The Vikings, and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I love me some Kirk Douglas as an action star. He was in a movie called The Fury, which was in 1978, I believe, and just his athletics in that movie is just it's like wow. Um, and I know he probably had a stunt double, but just some of the things you saw him do, and it was his face, it was him doing it. Um, William Lake, there's a movie where, oh, okay, yes, I read that already. I don't know why that happens. Casablanca is a classic. It is truly a classic. Um, Bogey Sahara was definitely action. I agree. Um, and Jervis says both Body Snatcher films are classic. It was. They were excellently done. Each one, I really think that the first one was just brilliant, and the second one offered something a little new, including better special effects and all sorts of really cool ideas. And they didn't follow the same pattern. They changed things up a little bit, and that was also very surprising that they did that. And it was still good. It was still good. Palance made a great Dracula uh, in a YV production. I believe I saw that. Yes, he did do a great job as Dracula. And Mama Bear Art Doll says, Sunbrat, I'll admit I couldn't tell you one Rory Calhoun movie. Simpsons is the extent of my knowledge about him. Okay, so yeah, I'm not the only one. I have to look him up um, because I'm sure he's awesome. If Sunbrat said that he's awesome. Okay, enough said. uh, and Lance says, and hi to all the moderators. You guys rock. Thank you, moderators. I appreciate you. And yes, you guys are zapping the smack out of these bots that come in. I didn't expect to be attacked today, but I didn't. I did show a cool little new video that I made today, and here's if you weren't around for it, here's my thank you to the moderators. I appreciate you. Okay. Oh my God, I'm behind. It looks like. Okay, Retro, got to work on Slickers. Billy Crystal directed my stunt with Daniel Stern. Fun memories. Are you kidding me? You worked on that movie too? City Slickers too? My gosh. You're incredible. That's all I have to say. That is all I have to say. Oh wow. Stuart Jack Palance was in Hawk the Slayer. Okay, I've been saying this for days now. I've got to see Hawk the Slayer. Everybody's talking about that movie, and I haven't. I'm not even sure if I've seen it, to be honest. So I'm dying to see them, and trifle double feature. Oh, really? Them is I know about them. Palance was in the TV show Bronx. Uh, I think he did a commercial or two. Jack Palance did one-arm push-ups on the Academy Awards show. Yes, when he won his Oscar. I know, and you know what it was? I think it was too that he had done all of these films in Hollywood for so many years, and he was finally, given recognition. So that's why I don't trust the Oscars. They don't really give on merit. They give on how they give on emotional um personalization. I guess that's the only way I could describe it. They don't really pick the best person that year. I think they just pick, they are biased in their opinion of what they pick. But also it's the only show in town, so some people win and some people lose. Let's see, Ripley's Believe It or Not. Do you guys remember him voicing all of the TV shows for Ripley's Believe It or Not? That's my childhood. That's my childhood right there. Mama watched ton of his films like in the 40s or the 50s. Adorable. Oh, okay, I've got to see uh that actor. Yeah, I've got to see his movies. Uh, uh, Palance has a small role in 1989 Batman. Palance was the bad guy in Tango and Cash. Yes. He's so good at playing the bad guy. I mean, he was so good at playing the bad guy. Uh, yes, you remember those one-arm push-ups. Just incredible. Thrash, Prince Everlo says, Thrash, don't go to sleep. Please don't go to sleep. Referring to the body snatchers. Uh, Jack Palance is great in everything, but he's always will be Curly from City Slickers. LOL. Love him in that. Oh, Puff Comics, you are so correct. Billy Crystal kept kidding Palance at the Oscars. Jack Cac Palance has somehow launched himself into to orbit. Jack Palance is the father of all these children. I remember that too. All right. And Thrash is kidding around. He's saying, I'm not, I'm just resting my eyes. Oh no. And Lance says, they live is more prevalent. now, or more more relevant now more than ever. Is that what I'm thinking your word might have been? And trying to catch up with the chat is very difficult. Integrity 101, have fun. It's Friday night, so it's time for me to go take a bubble bath and play with my Barbie doll. It's so cute. I'm gonna go drink beers and pick up chicks. Oh, that is so cute. And Thrash Panda Pond says, "Gotta take off, gang. Thanks, RNG. This was so much fun." Okay. Well, bye, guys. Oh my goodness. Bye, Thrash Pondo Ponds. It was really great having you here. And also Integrity 101. Um, Rory Calhoun was in Motel Hell. Okay, we've got to. Yeah, I've got homework to do. Um, as Farmer Vincent. Okay, we are gonna find that movie. Um, what else? Rory Calhoun was one who tried to hunt down Gilligan on Gilligan's Island. And Princess Host, I have 1968 Mark's Toys astronaut action figure, my first retro figure I bought in 2012. That's really cool. Speaking of Kirk Douglas, he was his last action movie Tough Guys from the 80s with Burt Lancaster and Dana Carvey. I don't know. I'll have to check on that. Kirk lived to be over 100. Yeah, he was still kicking for a long, long time. Oh, and Billy Crystal running scared, and he and Gregory Hines was one of the best 80s action films uh, of the decade, says Peep Show Menagerie. Yeah, that movie was good. There was another one he did. It's Running Scared. I can't remember it now, but I thought there was another movie that they did together. Or maybe I'm just thinking about another Gregory Hines movie. There's one Gregory Hines movie that I used to love, and nobody talks about it anymore, and that is Eve of Destruction. I love that movie so much. Um, Speaking of Kirk, William Shatner, my childhood adult. Oh, yes, that's a different kind of Kirk. Um, Woodrow says the Vikings was good storytelling. It did not let the mystery be the center of the story. Interesting. Yes. And Skyrocket says Spartacus. Yes. They were asking it, who is where is Spartacus? And everybody like, I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. Because they wanted to protect him. Um, Hey Retro, Hawk the Slayers on Tubi now. Okay, maybe I'll check that out afterwards. Uh, if nobody's doing any streaming that I'm following. Let's see, Stuart Mitchell, the Oscars only recognizes movies that will make them look politically correct. Or yeah, I am trying to think or in that fits in the model. Like even if it's to give a good actor an award that they didn't exactly earn that year because somebody else was better. Does that make sense? Like, anyway, like because you had a long, long career, like, and you deserved an Oscar probably from something that they did the same thing for that they snubbed you for last time because they wanted to show some appreciation for somebody else instead of giving you the Oscar you deserved. Then they come back later and then they're like, "Oh," and Tracy says Kirk was a hottie and he was. Oh my God, his body, he was in shape. Look at that. He was very much in shape and yeah, he was very okay. Hotel Motel Hell is on Tubi TV as well. Yes. And so I just also wanted to tell you guys that as far as doing watch parties from Tubi, it's something I'm not really comfortable with doing because they have commercials. I'm not sure if everybody will line up to the time stamps because oh Javis, he's like Eve of Destruction is on Tubi. Yes. Great. I can watch it there. I may actually own that one. I think I do. I think I own it. Um, the problem with owning something digitally is that you're just not sure if you own it. Whereas, like, if actually own the physical thing, you know you own it. This is another one that I really love. Hugh Brenner. He was fantastic in almost everything. Went on to do a lot of westerns, and he also did was it Westworld, but he did the King and I, Magnificent Seven, and he was in the Ten Commandments. Um, and those were considered, action movies of their days, especially Magnificent Seven. So, uh, yeah, Westworld is probably the one where he's really doing the most damage. And then there's Future World where he's really kicking butt. So yes, he is definitely cool. And Lance Chafin says he'll be right back, and we'll see you in a few moments. Yeah, so we also have, oh, Tracy says all classic movies, aren't they? They're just the best. I mean, Ten Commandments is like it's like I have to see it at least once a year. I remember because I, used to have a television, they would always play it around Easter. And once I got rid of my television, I had to really go into the habit of doing it every year. So I try to at least catch it once a year. And then here we go, Charlton Heston. Oh, I love this guy so much. His work is, again, he always tried to pick really interesting stories in his scripts. And he had a way of acting. And um, it may have been a very, um, some people think it's overacting. And I don't know, I don't think it was overacting. I just, I think he had such a presence in every role that he was in. Loved it. I love this guy so much. I love his work. Him in Planet of the Apes, there are some scenes I'm just like, oh my God, poor thing. Poor thing. He's really getting beat up. Jervis says, Westworld, he made bald heads sexy. Yes, yes, he did. He knew how to, Yul Brenner used to, knew how to wear a bald head. And William Blake Hall says Secret of the Incas is the movie, yes, where Heston is an Indiana Jones type. Absolutely. Secret of the Incas. And they pretty much got the same jacket, same hat, everything from to get that same look. They wanted that look. And of course, Heston did it first. And Unicorn Rampant Studio says it's a shame he wasn't a great person, but he was very passionate and convincing actor in many melodramatic situations. He wasn't really a great person. Which one was it? Heston or Yul Brenner? Um, Charlton Heston, the Omega Man. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I think I'm trying to like the toss up between Omega Man, Planet of the Apes, and Soylent Green. there's something really like Soylent Green is just a gritty movie. It is not pretty, but it's also well done. It's like cinematically gorgeous. Um, uh, uh, oh, this was definite. This had to be Heston. Um, Unicorn Rampage says his Michelangelo is spot on, even though it's historically not even close to accurate. Oh, the chat is jumping. Okay. Uh, Prince Everlove said, "I sell the dead. I sell the dead" in 2008 is a spoof tribute to Victorian age grave robbers, zombie avoiders. Very amusing. I never, I've never seen that. That's now on my list. I have a lot of movies to see, as you can tell. I want to see everything, except for zombie movies. But is this a zombie? If it's got zombies in it, maybe I might not see it. Omega Man, Apes, Soylent Green. Yeah, those are great. Those are just, and of course, Ben-Hur is my jam. Yeah, it's my jam too. I love that. Heston wasn't afraid to be vulnerable with his emotions and made his character's struggles very believable to me. Yeah, there was something about the way he acted in a lot of uh, these movies. He gave quite a bit. It just felt like he was giving a speech every time he spoke. William Blake calls it Soylent Green, Edward G. Robinson's last movie. Yes, and isn't it ironic that he has that whole death scene in it, and it's like sort of like this grand event, um, very ironically poetic. And let's see. And Koji says, I'm doing a video on Ben-Hur sometime soonish. Okay, well, we'll be looking out for it. Uh, Puff Comics says, I watched Soylent Green and Omega Man recently. I love those films. Yeah, they're great. It's just great storytelling, you know? Just there's something incredible about those. Um, did I miss? Did I miss? Oh, Tom Jr. Jackson is here. Oh my goodness. How are you? Oh my goodness. Good to see you. And uh Gord that slot car palace. I'm just gonna uh I don't know. I'm gonna call you Gord, okay? Gord. Heston turned into an ultra right gun loony. Interesting. Ah, I see what you mean. Um, and I am kind of partial to that, but he was he did do some other like kind of I think he did some good things other than that. Um, but as far as like his work, he was incredible. Um, I mean, that's if you have a problem with that. I don't. For me, I didn't. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Not sure how I feel. Not sure. Uh, Certainly green. We are the food. Pretty much. Pretty much. Um, oh, Prince Everlove says Humphrey Bogart did one horror film, The Return of Dr. X. I have never seen that. Okay, it's on my list. Sorry, I'm like Jura says Soylent is sold in today's supermarkets. Yes, I there's a guy who put together a Soylent, and I'm not sure if he's got a green one, but um, he made something out of soy that is a nutrition drink. And Gordy says Gordat Lot Car Place, Car Palace. Car Palace. There we go. Gordet's Lot Car Palace. I think Soylent Green is his best film. Yeah, I mean it's definitely up there. I'm not sure because then there's Ben Hur, and then there's the Ten Commandments. I don't like, bro. It's such a hard thing to figure out which one is my favorite. It's so hard. But yeah, if yeah, Soylent Green is just right up there. It's right up there. It's right up there. And Tom Jr. Jackson says, click that like and subscribe button. Oh my God, he's so right. Please do so, guys. That would help me out a lot and level me up. Oh, but we did reach the threshold. Let's see if I can find um the little thing for the threshold. Here we go. We surpassed 50 likes, guys. It's so funny. I love that video so much. I really do. Oh my goodness. Okay. Um, so we've got Adam says Heston was cast in True Lies because James Cameron wanted someone who could plausibly intimidate Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, because I think, if I'm not sure, Heston is like 6'4" or something, or 6'3" or 4 or something like that. He's taller than Arnold. But I always thought, and this is me, I thought the two of them looked a lot alike because they have like similar cheekbones. It's just a weird thing. I always considered Arnold like the new Charlton Heston as far as action movies are concerned, not any of the like the deeper movies. Because like I said, Charlton Heston really knew how to pick good scripts, and they were pretty fabulous. Um, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna move it along a little quicker. Tom says Kirk Douglas's last movie was in 2008. He appeared in some TV episodes and voiced on The Simpsons. Yeah, he was working for a long time. Some brat said, my mama said my newborn pig looked like Ed Ed G. Robinson, and it did. Oh my God. I think we all kind of look, a little weird when we were babies. This is so cute. Oh my God. Unicorn Rampant Studio. $5 super check. Thank you so much. Stand your ground against the zombies. There's no sense in it. Yes, the zombies. I mean, oof, can't take the zombies. They just freak me out. But I have a little something for you. We haven't heard this one today. Brand new one today. Well, it's not a brand new one today. But should we use the brand new one? Let's use the brand new one. There we go. Yes. Oh my goodness. I was dancing, of course, a few seconds ago, and I'm like, you know what? I would love to put together a little dance, uh, a little video of like maybe 3 hours of dance. And let me know if you guys would be interested in something like that. And with some fun animation going on in in the background, retro style. Let's see. Prince Everlove says, yes, it's called bioengineered food. Yeah, Soylent Green, yes. I mean, we're moving closer to that. They're doing a lot of things in labs right now with food, and I really wonder if part of me is saying, okay, that's interesting, but that's how we've gotten ourselves into this trouble right now, right? As far um as far as foods that are not healthy, they're too processed, and that's a whole nother video for another time. But yeah, it's a nice warning, that movie. I can't wait to cover it. I just can't. I love it. I love it so much. Samrat, gotta work with I got to work with Rutger Hauer on Blind Fury 1988. Wow. Stunt Brat. That's pretty awesome. Look, Rutger Hauer, major crush. Major crush. He was way too old for me though when I was crushing on him. But still, what a man. Okay. Now let's try to I'm gonna try to go for it. We got John Wayne. John Wayne. And he had some really spicy things to say. And that we've later found out. But look, I want to give people credit where credit is due. He was great at westerns, and so he's on my list. Um, I don't play favorites when it comes to stuff like that. He was great as an actor and in the in at his job. He was very good. And Gord says that I can call him Gord, which is great. And Fury is awesome. It is a really great movie. It's been a long time, so I need to see that. And gosh, and Lance says never too young to die with John Stamos, Vanity, and Simmons. Uh, I've never seen that, but okay, I'm gonna see that. It's the one movie I think where Gene Simmons plays a bad guy. There might be another one, but that's got to be like something to watch. I can't wait to see it. And Tom Jr. Jackson says, I love the Ten Commandments. I have that in 4K. Great picture. It is. It's fantastic. And I don't know how many hours is it. Never grow tired of seeing that movie. Never get tired of watching, however long it is. It's so good. Um, and the acting, the costumes, just all of the effort that was put into making this huge epic film. It just blows my mind. Blows my mind. I can't get over the beauty of that film and the message too. I mean, even if you're not religious, there's an incredible message about brotherhood, about you know uh, people who are oppressed and believing in seeing this promised land. It's just so beautiful, just incredible, incredible, incredible. Sandrina Jackson, I just got to the entire series of The Twilight Zone on Blu-ray, and it's a fantastic set. Why, my God, I'm so jealous. And a good jealousy, of course. I am so happy that you have that. The Twilight Zone, the entire set. My God. Sunbat says, "Hey Puff, I doubled as Lisa Blunt on in all of the driving scenes. I was also the old lady with a wig who stopped the car by Nick Cassavetes, by Nick Cassavetes' head. LOL. That is so cool. And let me just see. I had a crush on Nick Cassavetes. Um, I was just so brokenhearted when he played the bad guy in The Wraith. I was like, no, why are you so evil? Why are you so evil? I love you. Tears in the Rain, he made a spiritual mantra. He did. Um, Megaforce. Do I know that one? Is that with who's that with? Who's in that one? Chuck Norris, is he on that one? Tracy says, "Well, time for me to go, but nice seeing you guys. See you very soon." Oh my goodness, Tracy, thank you for being with us today. Thanks for visiting, and we'll see you at the next chat or the next live stream. It was a pleasure having you. And oh, also enjoy the rest of your night. Let's see. Gord says, I think the epics are terrific, but Soylent was the best performance in my opinion. You know, I gotta revisit these movies because Soylent does have something special to it. I don't know what it is. It's the entire filmmaking of that movie that is so good. Um, uh, that's cool. Me and Varangian Vigilante got to talk about that movie. Some love me some Rutger Hauer. Rutger Hauer is just incredible. One movie that's like super scary that he plays a very super scary person in it is The Hitcher, and oh my God, he's horrible in that movie. I'm like, what is wrong with you? And also, there's another pirate movie. Can anyone think of the pirate movie that he was in? Um, and I believe um, Jennifer Jason Lee is in that movie as well. And he's just awful in that movie. Awful. Um, and actress Martha Scott played Heston's mother in both Ben-Hur and the Ten Commandments. Okay, just wanted to let you know the next person on the list is Sean Connery. Now, I didn't put every single Bond on this list, and I should have, but Sean Connery has a special place in my heart as one of the Bond guys. He's not my favorite Bond, but maybe he is. I don't know. He's just a great actor. I love him. What a good, cool bit of trivia there. Thank you, Adam. I really love when you guys give me trivia like this. Tom Jr. Jackson, don't forget if you have HBO Max tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, is episode 5 of The Last of Us on the Fandom channel. RM is having a watch party at 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Pacific. Yes, RM's channel, Positive Fandom, is the name of the channel, and she is a friend of the channel. A very awesome um, channel, and they've been watching The Last of Us on that channel. So definitely go check that out if you can. Rutger Hauer, yep, Blade Runner, Lady Hawk. He's also got a fist fight with he got into a fist fight with Sidney Poitier in the Wilby conspiracy. Plus, There was a weird thing called the Osterman Weekend. Okay. Man, you this is what I'm saying. You know a lot about movies, William. Like I thought I was like, yes, I know a lot about movies until I came to YouTube. I know nothing. I love this. I love learning. Stephen Ransom says Chuck is the Omega Man, and they were in the Omega sector. Oh, I didn't even put that together. Interesting. I wonder if they did that on purpose or if it was. I know it was from a book. Soylent Green was written from a book, so I don't know. Um, Douglas did a great film with Burt Lancaster called Tough Guys. It was their last movie together, but very funny in the 1980s. With it was Dana Carvey's first film. Yes. And Prince Everlove says, "May I recommend Cinema Insomnia, hosted by Mr. Lobo? It's all retro horror films we know and love." Okay, that's on YouTube, I guess. So yeah, I mean, I'm not the big. I don't really love horror films. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of horror films because depending on what it is, but retro horror films I like those. So I'm gonna check them out because the ones that are done recently or like after the 80s, for me, I feel like know what's gonna happen too much. They have a very familiar formula that doesn't work on me very well. So um yeah, yeah, he was scary in that movie in The Hitcher. James Cameron made him the Omega Sector Man. Oh, in True Lies. Yes, Omega Sector. Puff, cool. It was so fun over 2 weeks in Reno. Greta cast and um, great cast and crew. Reno. Oh my God, I really wish I could go to Reno just once. Uh, Okay, let's keep going. I'm sorry if I'm skipping through some of the comments. Tom Jr. Jackson, remember Tough Guys was good, but I was hoping it would be funnier. Yeah, I think that was the thing about that movie that it was like it was cool if you knew about those guys, but if you were younger, you're like wonder where the punch line was at. And Outcast Creative is here. Hello. And he says, Sons of Katie Elder. My mom loves that movie. She does. She loves that movie. She loves that movie. If she's watching, Mommy, if you're watching, I know you love that movie. And Steven Ransom is saying that he's going to be on Hofcast tonight, 6:30 Pacific and 9:30 Eastern Standard. That's cool. Uh, And William Blake also says Rutger was a bit of a jerk in Conspiracy. Sydney had to beat some sense into him, or at least show him, uh, slow him down. The Outcast created. I have it on Blu-ray. Oh, really? From Kino Lober, and the director's commentary on Tough Guys is worth it. He just goes into all of the movie. Um, oh, he just goes into all the movie he was fired from and wanted to make. Interesting. It sounds like a bit of drama going on there. Rutger Hauer is so very low key, very reserved, very nice. Really? Yeah, I mean, I get the sense from interviews that he seems to be a very thoughtful man. He seemed to be. 53 likes. Yes, that was a while back. I'm sorry. Am I that late? Oh, let's keep going. It was a test of I was oh, Peep Show says I was a test audience member for Blind Fury. Wow, we practically worked together for stunt practice. That is so cool. You guys in the chat. um Unicorn was he was good in flying tigers. Oh, cool. And Tom says John Wayne was not only in Western, he did military movies as well. Yes, he did. I'm gonna try to catch up. Uh, John Wayne, Wayne tried being a super cop in Brannigan and M- McHugh. Oh, really? Gord says The Quiet Man, Stagecoach are two of my favorite John Wayne movies. Both are superb. Okay. We got some fans for John Wayne. Gene Simmons in Runaway and Wanted Dead or Alive. So I didn't know Gene Simmons even acted. To be very very honest with you, I um we're gonna have to investigate. Stagecoach, The Searchers, classic Wayne westerns. Uh, Tom says, thanks for the info, William, on Portier. Um, Peep Show says it's hard to watch John Wayne's films after finding out how racist he was in interviews and recordings. Sad he never overcame that. Yeah, some of the comments are really bad, but like I said, I try to look at, at things a little bit differently than other people do. 'Cause I don't take um I should probably take it personal, but I don't care. I don't care. The man's dead. Um, he was he he entertained a lot of people, and he entertained a lot of people of color, whether he knew it or not. So, I think it evens itself out. I think there's even a rap song using his intonation, his vocal kind of intonations. Um, and I forgot the name of that song, but there's a rap song using sort of using one of his vocal intonations. Um, Outcast Creative says surely Chuck Norris has to get mentioned tonight. Yes, he's really good. He's on the list if we can get to it. Okay, Smith, damn, dude, we need to get you your own channel. Yes, we need to get her on her own channel. We need to get that book. We need to get her like I need a long interview with you. She's fantastic, isn't she fantastic? Such great information. William Blake Hall says Wayne the Conqueror might be considered payback. He's ridiculously getting cast as Genghis Khan and everyone getting oh my God. Uh, it was pretty yeah, that movie was pretty egregious, I suppose, but uh that's what they did back then. They didn't think anything of it. So I can't hold them against the industry for being immature as it was. The Shootist was a good last film for John Wayne. Um, I you're schooling me right now. Never heard of The Shootist. Tom Jr. Jackson says, check out the trailer for John Stamos and Gene Simmons, Never Too Young to Die. And he's got a link there for you if you want to check out um, that information, guys. That trailer. Puff Comment says, all right, I've got to go now. It's been great watching you go through this list. One day, me and VV would love to have you on as a guest to show if you're available later, everybody. I would love to join you guys one Friday, definitely. If I'm not doing something, let me know. You can reach me on Twitter. You can talk to me directly from on Twitter. And Tracy's also going as well. What is happening? Is Tracy going? Yeah. Oh, yes. She did say she was leaving. I'm sorry. Now I'm acting like. Am I? All right. I can't find where I was. All right. We're almost close to where we were. Okay. So we've got that. Then my next on the list is Henry Fonda. Anybody remember Henry Fonda movies? Now, I really didn't ever get into his movies. The ones that are really he's known for is Once Upon a Time in the West, My Name is Nobody, and Warlock, which are all westerns. But he did a lot of dramatic films, romantic comedies. He did everything. Barry Motswick. Let's see. And Stuntbrat says, love Nick Cassavetes. Turned out we were neighbors in Universal City at the time. Super nice guy. He's Wow, he was so handsome. Um, and he probably still is. He was very good looking. His dad is gorgeous. His mom is gorgeous. So obviously, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Megaforce is the Spandex Hit Squad with Michael Beck. Oh gosh, I may have seen it. I'm not sure. We'll have to take a look at it. It's one of those like Saturday evening, late night movie things. All right, Soylent Green has something special to it. I just don't know what it is. Human bodies. Just guessing here. Yeah, I mean, there's just the story. The concept of it was very, very unique. Um, with having the women actually be part of the furniture of like called furniture because they came with the apartment. Um, and it's just kind of gross in a way, but also like things like like jelly, like strawberry jelly was very, very coveted. And cheese and all sorts of like real food you just couldn't get. Uh, Flesh and Blood, that is the movie. Tom Jr. Jackson, that's the movie with Rutger Hauer. Um, Unicorn Rampant Sue says still like him best in Highlander. Uh, yes, he was fantastic. He was fantastic in Highlander. And Gord says, the one and only Bond. Yes. And I think for me, my favorite Bond has to be, it really is. And I think it's because he was the Bond when I was a kid, was just, um, um, I'm having a blank out. I'm having a blank out. I don't know. Sean Connery just had something. Uh, he was a different kind of Bond to me in the way that I almost felt like he could actually be Bond. Like if Bond was a real person, he looked like a Bond, right? In my eyes. Um, and Sean Connery in The Rock. He was very good in that. Hunt for Red October, The Rock, Untouchables, Indiana Jones, and The Last Crusade. He was so good. Um, The Man Who Would Be King with Michael Caine. He also did like a Robin Hood movie, which was really strange. Did you ever see Time Bandits, an early Terry Gilliam film? Sean Connery played Armageddon. Uh, Agamemnon. Um, yes, but it's been a long time. I need a refresher on it. The Rock, clever future Bond story. Fan theories are awesome. The Rock is the future Bond. I don't know. Osterman Weekend was the last movie directed by Sam Peckinpah. Oh, okay. Um, check out the trailer for Rutger Hauer and Flesh and Bone here. Oh, cool. And Sean Connery is a great. He is. I mean, he was. Oh, that's Super Bro Gory. Hello, Super Bro Gory. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for stopping by. And Gord says, you also have to see Fine Madness, Connery and Joan Woodard, one of my all-time favorites. Cool. And Con Air as well. One of my favorite of that that he's done was Zardoz. I love that movie so much. Uh, and William Blake Hall says, I even give Sean Connery a pass in Entrapment. That was a I didn't really care for that movie so much, but it was okay. Uh, um, Gord says, my mom used to take me out of school. I was a straight A student, so I got away with it. Um, go see Connery Bond in matinees. Oh, that's actually cool. Your mom was down with the program. I like your mom. Mom was cool. And Lance says that he needs to be a guest on one of these streams. Absolutely. Yeah, contact me on Twitter. We'll arrange something. The the Outcast Creative says happy to pop in Retro Nerd Girl. Who knew who had such amazing uh, spectacles? Tell me your mom. We just interviewed Irene Sue on our channel. Um, tell your mom I interviewed Irene Sue on our channel. Hollywood starlet from the 60s, 70s, 80s, dated Frank Sinatra. Oh, cool. Um, oh, it's up to 55 likes. Oh, 58 likes now. I'm gonna catch up. Thank you guys for all the likes. Uh, Lance Chasen, you can pop on one of ours sometime. Got one coming up about sci-fi pre 2000s. Oh my goodness, Lance, you're getting booked. The good Austin is here. Oh my goodness. Hi. My goodness. Big hugs to you, the good Austin. So glad you can stop by. Sean Connery in The Rock with Nicolas Cage, one of the most underrated movies in my opinion. It is very underrated. I mean, that was I, I don't know, that movie was like the pinnacle of action movies of its day. Really was pretty good. And even today, you're still gonna be entertained. Stunt Brent says, "Peep show. That's amazing. You did like a 180-degree spin in the van. So fun." Oh my gosh. Stephen Ransom says, Retro Nerd Go, ever watch a film called Wild Geese? A band of British mercs go into South Africa to rescue an African leader and bring him to safety in the free world. Never heard of that. I'll have to add that to my list. What year is it? Let me know. Um, and Tom Jr. Jackson, okay, Retro Nerd Girl, gotta run and mod the watch party. We'll catch up with you soon. You rock. You and have a good night. Well, good night to you as well, Tom Jr. Jackson. You are so awesome. Thank you for stopping by and sharing some links with us and letting us know what else to do this evening. I was Wild Geese is one of the best 70s action films ever made. So many characters die. Wow. And you really feel their loss. Wow. Okay. Now I'm excited. Yes. Okay. So Tom Limery remembers. Yes, right. The Rappin' Dude, great song. Yeah, because I can't remember how it went, but it was really cool. Retro, my first interview ever. I'm kind of laying low now. I get you. I get you. Yeah. I understand. I understand completely. Yeah. I get you really. I mean, it's great to do a few things, but then, when you get hogged by everybody wanting to like clamor for you, it gets to be a lot. Um, uh, I that's why I'm not rushing to, to grow the channel so fast, because I want to just take things slowly, take things slowly. Um, just handle things as much as you can and not do everything. Stephen Ransom says Roger Moore, Richard Harris, Richard Burton. Yeah. Roger Moore is, I would say, my favorite. He's in the movies I like the most from the Bond era, but I don't think he is my favorite. I don't think he's my favorite Bond. My favorite Bond, I would say, has to be Sean Connery. It's a tie though. It's a tie between Sean Connery. I'm just gonna give it to Sean. Sean gets it. Oh my God, Sean gets the prize. Um, okay, so Lance is heading out. Bye guys. See you all tomorrow for the watch party. Okay, so we're gonna close down soon, because let's do one more. We didn't even get to the 80s yet, but I went, you know, this is like halfway through it. I'll do one more, which is Steve McQueen. Anybody recognize, are into any Steve McQueen movies? Um, let's see what else we have. Um, William Blake Hall says the Wild Geese is star packed with Richard Burton, Roger Moore, and Richard Harris. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that and again add that to the list. The list is growing. I got a lot of movies to watch. So my Blind Fury was fun all around. I preferred it. I preferred it with the original closing song, "Where the Streets Have No Name." Song made sense and made the ending more poignant. Interesting. And Outcast Creative says Once Upon a Time in the West is excellent. My sorry, what else is like getting My Name is Nobody is pretty good. uh, Fonda Big Gun fight near the end. My Name is Nobody. Crazy. Some of Morricone's best music. Henry Fonda was a great bad guy in Once Upon a Time in the West. Yes, Grapes of Wrath on Golden Pond. and did a TV show with Ron Howard. Oh, I didn't know about that. And he did 12 Angry Men, and we found Roger Moore was who I was thinking of. I'm catching up with you guys. Uh, The Awakening was a mummy film with, I love that movie. It is a weird little movie with Stephanie Zimbalist, and it's so good. I loved it. I love ancient Egyptian movies or anything to do with that. So it was kind of something that I loved. I loved that seeing that when I was young. Uh, and Superboy says, "Hi Retro, you're doing great as always. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. You're the best." Uh, Gord says, "Yes, man, I would be king is one of my favorite all-time films. Great choice." All right. Yeah, time was it aged well. Oh man. I hear you because to be very honest with you, I absolutely identify with what you're saying here. Um, I I used to remember when I was younger, I was like, give me the spotlight. Where is the set? I wanted that spotlight. And now I'm just like, no, the spotlight is not what it's all cracked up to be. Especially when you don't, you know, I don't know, just lots to say about that. Sean Connery is fantastic in The Wind and the Lion. I've never seen that movie. And oh, I didn't put Frank Sinatra on the list. I didn't realize that he was there. Hey RNG and crew. Hey Alex Dawson. Oh my god, good to see you. Good to see you. Uh Sinatra in the Manchurian Candidate. Um Also Die Hard the novel was a sequel to Frank's spy series film, but turned down the role. Probably why Bruce was asked. He was a brat pack kind of guy. He was. He didn't have like that swagger, right? Um, I heard that it was written for with that Sinatra was offered the role and um, he didn't do it. Uh, Stunt Brett says, "Hey, sweetheart, do you have an email?" I do, but I don't use it. um, hmm. Well, I'm gonna get an email. Um, that I'm gonna get an email for my channel. So it's gonna be a little bit for me to get an email for my channel. Um, like maybe a week or so. So I'll come back next week and I'll have a an email for my channel. I don't have one now, because the email that I have is I use it for business, but it's like clouded with a lot of stuff that I don't use. So that's a that's a heavy question. But yeah, are you on social media at all? Like, are you on Twitter? Because if you're on Twitter, I mean, we can reach out that way, or um, I'll come next week with an email if that works better for you. Um, and I will check it. I will check the email. And Summer says, Retro, my first interview will be with you, honey. Oh, you freaking rock. Mwah. What an honor. Oh, what an honor. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, And we can keep your if you want, your identity intact and no one has to know anything, we can do this. This is what I have done for my in like sometimes I do this thing where you can only see like the little symbol. So yeah, we can do that for you as well. So don't worry. Um, and just so that way you're not um anyone people are not gonna come running for you. And Alex Austin, for your eyes only is great. Oh, what a movie. Yes. The song was great too. Sean for the win. Yay. The Getaway. Steve McQueen, right? He had a lot. He was a real tough guy, I guess, and you would like he would actually ride his own. Well, not in the movies, but I don't know what he did then. What he did was real or what, but in real life, he loved being on bikes, and there's quite a few pictures of him riding on bikes and stuff. Um, there's a real man's man. Richard Burton, Clint Eastwood, Were the Eagles There? The Hunter is amazing. Stuart, you have all these Alex and Stuart, you're both coming down with the titles here. The Great Escape and Roger Moore, The Saint. We did it again. 60 likes and going, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Much, much appreciated. Thank you. And thank you, William, for being on top of that. I am I don't know if you would be interested in being a mod. Let me know in the chat if you would be interested in being a mod. William, I trust you very much, and let me know if that's something you would be interested in. You're super super awesome, and definitely helping me right now. Let me see. Let's see, Retro, you look beautiful tonight. Oh my, thank you. That's so sweet of you to say that. Thank you. What kind words. Stephen Ransom, Steve McQueen claps his hands and says, "So sad we lost him at such a young age. Him and Paul were in Towering Inferno." Yes, it was very, very sad. I just remember him being such a big star um, at the time. So it really came as a big shock. William Blake Hall says the subject of Egypt never seen Dr. Uh, Phoebe, Phoebe's or Stargate. I've seen Stargate and loved it, but not Dr. Phoebe's. One movie that I did see that I love that was done in the 50s. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It's called The Egyptian. What a story. I can't wait to finally get a copy of it one day and actually like uh, do a deep dive on it. It is super, super intriguing and just one of those movies that stays with you when you see it. Somebody says retro. I like to listen to Bible verses read by Sean Connery type. Yeah, well, Sean Connery. Well, speaking of Bible, there at one point there were like a set of videotapes. I don't think I still have them, but they were narrated by Charlton Heston, and for some reason, I just love those. I was like his voice and the way he kind of. I loved Charlton Heston really was great, and Sean Connery is was also amazing. That voice, you're right. That voice. Uh, Time Bandits is amazing. Gord says McQueen's Lemons may be the best racing movie ever made. I've seen pictures. I know of this movie, but I don't remember it. I may have to see it. And Stuntbread says, just love you, Retro. Hugs on ones. Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate you so much. I do. I really do. Stephen Ransom says, "Hell yeah, Gords! My brother was a big slot car fan back in the early 70s." Oh, okay, so that's what. Okay, uh, big big slot cars. So so the name is Gordat Slot Car Palace. Finally, I'm like, finally, I get it. Gord says, Wind and Lion is amazing with Connery's Scotch accented Arab uh, is a bit hilarious. Hilarious. Also starred Candice Bergen and Brian Keith. Um, I remember this movie. I remember this movie. Yeah, they put a lot of tan on him for the movie. But he looked kind of cute. Princess, yes, retro dance vid would be cute. Okay, I'm really way behind. So sorry, guys. I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Retro, would you like to get a P.O. box so we mail you a movie? What a great idea. Okay, I've got to save up for a P.O. box then. Um, I'll do that. Look, I need a PO box and an email. We're doing things. We're doing things. Let me write this down so I don't forget. Um, email and PO box. These are things I needed to get anyway. So thank you guys. You guys are making me better. You make me better. And Gord says, "Hey Stephen, yeah, slots cars are a blast, and I have a 6-lane track with 22 feet straightway." Cool. I'm gonna have to visit your channel. Oh, do you have stuff on your channel, Gordon? Um, do you have stuff on your channel? That would be awesome. Oh, more love from Stunt Brett. Oh, you are so awesome. You are so awesome. Um, Stephen Ransom says, "Gotta go. Continue to be awesome, RNG chat." Oh my God, Stephen Ransom, thank you for visiting us today, hanging out for so long. You are definitely, you know, it's just been so awesome having you tonight, really. And a lot of the comments that you had to say were so good. And Sunbrat says, Retro, I do no social media except for a few film and nerd chats. Okay. I'm gonna get an email and then so that way you can contact me and anybody can really contact me, but I really would like for you to contact me. Um uh William Blake says, wow, these 3 hours and we never made it to the 80s. Gonna call it a night. Take care, Steve. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. Yes, I appreciate you. You know, we did not make it. We barely got to even here's Clint Eastwood. So at least this is going to be the last one. So we are this is going to be the last one. Clint Eastwood. So we're wrapping things up. I'm gonna uh definitely um get it up, get everything, try to get to the end here. We're almost close. Um, Also, guys, wanted to tell you that um, if you're thinking about leaving, don't leave just yet because I want and I have a little video at the end in which we can all say goodbye to each other and leave comments. Would love to hear your goodbyes. See your goodbyes in that. So stick around if you can for a few more minutes. Alex Dawson is saying goodbye. Gord is saying the movie on any Sunday features McQueen racing motorcycles, often under an assumed name. Oh. So he would be pretending to be somebody else. Wouldn't that isn't that cool to be famous and then pretend to be somebody do what you really like to do in disguise. It seems like that would be a good premise for a movie. And yep, we've got 23 likes, and I just glanced over there at 24. We're almost there. And Sunrise says, Retro, never make me a mod. It just brings out my bratty side. Okay. I know somebody said that it was drunk with, they would get drunk with power. I always thought that was funny. And Gord corrects my pronunciation. Thebes. Thank you very much. I'm smarter because of you now. Uh, and once we're all done, I will be an intellectual. Um, and oh, Tom Lemery is going. Oh my goodness, no, no, Tom, don't go. Well, we had fun together today, so thank you for hanging out with us. Um, and Stenberg says, Retro, right? The Bible verse is written in Hebrew and Greek, but I want Sean Connery or Zimbalist. Uh, yeah, I mean, they're 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 great. Stephanie has a great voice. Um, all right, and oh, Steve McQueen was in the Blob original. Oh, I didn't even know that. Um, and uh, and Gord says, "No, sorry, no channel, too lazy." I hear you. It does take a lot of effort to put together a channel, so I hear you. Um, Alex Dawson says, "I'll mail you the Hunter DVD I have retro when you get your PO box." Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll get a PO box because I mean it's something that a lot of people have been saying, "Hey, where's your PO box?" And it would be nice to if somebody has something that I didn't have to hunt everything down. And Gord says, I love your channel, RNG. Thanks for having us all here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Uh, and yes, we do love you, Tom. You're the best. Um, and let's see. Now that I'm done, we're gonna save the space. We're on 23. I'm gonna come back to this. We're gonna have to do a part two, guys. We're gonna have to do a part two. So we'll do a part two, and that was gonna be so much fun for us to do a part two. I'm really excited. We're really almost have to. Let me just go through the list real fast, real quick, and show you where we were going with all of this, just so that way you know. We got Charles Bronson, Bruce Lee, Greer, Burt Reynolds, Sylvester Stallone, Carl Weathers, Chuck Norris, John Saxon. Oh, I love this guy. Harrison Ford, Sigourney Weaver, Mel Gibson, Kurt Russell, Liam Neeson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, Brigitte Nielsen, Dolph Lundgren, Tom Cruise, Steven Seagal, Van Jean-Claude Van Damme, Jackie Chan, Cynthia Rothrock, Bruce Willis, Wesley Snipes, Mario Van Peebles, Chow Yun Fat, Jet Li. Oh, this is Brandon Lee. I didn't write his name. Brandon Lee, Michelle Yeoh, Oliver Gruner, Angela Jolie, Angelina Jolie, Julie Strain, Keanu Reeves, Will Smith, Nicolas Cage, Mila Jovovich, Uma Thurman, Charlize Theron, Carrie Ann Ross, Vin Diesel, Russell Crowe, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, Jason Statham, Kate Beckinsale, and that was it. So yes, we will go. We'll do a part two where I'm gonna add a few in there that I probably missed, and it will be a lot of fun for me to do that. And you guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, I had so much fun tonight. I really did. And you guys, you just had so many great things to say. So I am so happy that you decided to spend your day with me. Stunt Brett says, Rachel, we all want to send you fun prezzies. Oh, thank you. And Gord says, part two, yay. Oh my God, yes. Gord, it is going to be a lot of fun. I am going to take my allergy pills, some Benadryl or something that day, so I could be a little better prepared. And Retro, I got to work with Arnold for over a week on Total Recall, and he told me I had a nice. Well, Arnie is a little spicy. He is, but yeah, he was really handsome then, wasn't he? Um, so what I'm going to do is I am going to close this out. There's 12 of you left in here. Please, each one of you, leave a goodbye comment for me or the chat, because I do want to see those. And I'm going to play my closing video, my outro. And I had someone last week ask me about the music that I use for my live streams, and the information is in the description. So I did add that. So for anyone who wants to know what the music is. So anyway, without further ado, my people, I wish you adieu. I'll see you in the next video.
Retro Nerd Girl, you are clear for takeoff.